Ready whenever you are.
Well, a very pleasant good evening. We're here at Quigley Stadium tonight as the Southside Mavericks will take on the Little Rock Central Tigers. I'm Keith Evans. I'll be calling the action tonight along with my broadcast partners Terrell King and Coach Doug Pogue. And gentlemen, it's fun to come here to Quigley Stadium. We've seen some changes here. They've changed up the end zone some. It's just a fun place to. It's a older stadium with a lot of history, but just a fun place to do a game at.
Yeah, excuse me. This has definitely changed. It's a lot different than it was when I played here a long time ago, and even when I visited it. But they have done some really nice renovations here. Got a great indoor facility. I got to walk through it, and just to get to the press box. But it's nice.
It's beautiful. It's the first time I've actually been here, and Pat took us on the scenic tour going around the part of the building that you see in all the textbooks, so it's actually pretty neat to get to witness a little bit of history.
Well, it's a beautiful school. Just it's a nice opportunity. That's what we get to do here, doing these games in different places. This is, to me, is actually one of the best places to call a game from. You can see the field really good, and everything's good. But, gentlemen, you come into a game tonight, you've got the Southside Mavericks, a big 27-7 victory over Northside, while Little Rock Central comes in 26-7 over Springdale 2 weeks ago. Both teams had the week off last week, and we look back at that Southside game 2 weeks ago. To me, it was a game that seemed like they just grinded the game out, but then you look at the scoreboard, they're ahead 27-7.
Yeah, that's right. And, that for a while there, we were wondering if we're actually going to blank them. That's kind of a change for us. We're used to seeing a lot of points getting scored on our defense, and it's really nice to see the defense step up and really shut them down a couple weeks ago. So hoping that we can do something similar tonight. It's kind of going to be one of the telltales tonight is how does the defense stand up and really shut down the offense on the other side.
Northside had some couple of turnovers that hurt them, and Southside, ran the ball really well with the Warren, brothers, and it's and then Blake, he had a read option play that he had a big first down on, big run. They got him started on the first drive, and so they're going to have to do the same thing tonight. They're going to have to be able to run the ball. But Coach Dameron told me they got to be able to throw it and catch it.
Early and often.
Well, that was the key. Blake was off last week, but, Malachi Warren had a big run for the Mavs, too, scoring 2 touchdowns. And it was a game, too, where they go if and buts. The Northside folks are saying, well, if we catch the touchdown pass, well, you go back, if they blow the whistle and there's not a fumble on the play before, that doesn't happen. And then, obviously, we go back to the 12th man on the field, and, it would have been points. So it really, there's ifs, ands, and buts, but that's part of the game.
Yeah, ultimately that would have been a wash if it had been called whatever the way everybody felt like was the right way for it to have been called. It'd have been a wash. We would have scored, they would have scored, and we'd have been exactly where we were. So.
Well, the 12 men on the field was an error by whoever was counting the players.
Counting, yeah.
And the missed touchdown pass. Hey, that's why that's kids, making a mistake and stuff. And it's I've seen that happen. And it's not just in high school. You see it in the college level and the pro level to where guys try to run with it before they catch it. So,
well, the defense played well last week, with the exception of a couple of big opportunities, a couple of mistakes on defense. That's got to be concerning for the Southside coaching staffs to try to, obviously being the first game, if it's going to happen, let it happen these first 3 ball games. You can correct those. So you got to think the coaches have probably worked on that, and hopefully tonight it'll pay off tonight with not allowing any big plays.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the bye week, right? It's like you got 2 weeks to study film on yourself, and hopefully they do clean up all that on defense.
Well, Central had a bye week too, so I'm sure their coaches have, made some adjustments, and and that's the thing about. I don't know if it's good to have a bye week after the first game or towards the middle, but we'll see how it goes tonight and see who has done the most as far as adjustments and preparation. And it'd be great for Southside to get away with a win. I mean, what was the score last year, Keith? You remember? I know Southside beat them by a bunch.
Yeah, it's handy.
Yeah, and so.
Handy victory.
Well, it's going to be a game this year. You're playing a Little Rock Central team that, not going to use the word recruit, but apparently got a lot of new bodies out there. And you look at some of these kids they have. We were talking about Bryson Kennedy. The kid's only a ninth grader. He's going to be one of the quarterbacks playing tonight. He was 12 completions and 18 attempts for 93 yards. And you had Drew Bjork. He was 5 for 7 for 39 yards. So I just look at these stats, guys, and they look like they probably have a short passing game. It's either the effect that the quarterback doesn't have the ability to get the ball down the field, or they try to go side to side, try to use that speed to make the first man miss.
It's kind of like what Northside tried to do early, and then they just kind of got away from it. The quick hitch screens and stuff and let their athletes run. And I'm sure that's exactly what Central's going to try to do is those quick screens, maybe there's some slants, and where they don't have to throw the ball downfield and be able to move the chains that way.
Well, and you hit it on it earlier, too. I mean, it was the first game of the year, so, some of that total passing yards on the game maybe because they're trying to keep it simple for that first game. So, like Coach said, they've had a couple of weeks to work on it, too, so I feel like they'll probably come out getting that ball down the field a little bit, at least trying.
Well, the kid's a freshman playing quarterback. It's not like a freshman playing running back.
That's right.
A freshman,
A lot to learn.
Yeah, he's a freshman playing quarterback.
Well, he's also got a really good running back in Ray Stewart. Stewart had 20 carries for 172 2 weeks ago. That's
why would you throw it?
Yeah.
You run the ball like that.
I laugh at that too, guys. Kind of change the subject just a bit. I know people, Coach Pogue, you'll know this well. Mike Malham at Cabot. People used to gripe because it was 3 yards in a cloud of dust. He would go for it on fourth down several times. It was very effective for Cabot, won him a state championship, and then now they've got away from it. They're not near the team they were. They're finding out. You got to find out what your athlete. What I'm saying is you got to find out what your athletes are capable of.
Play to your strengths,
I think that's sometimes what happened to. I remember Van Buren used to be just a smash mouth football team, and particularly, I remember them. And then, they changed coaches and they went to the spread offense, and they have never adjusted to it since then. And I know people want to see the ball thrown all over the place, and which is, hey, I guess a lot of people, I do too. I like points, but then on the other hand,
it's not soccer.
I know what you have to do to win, and so if it's to run the football, you better run the football.
Yeah, folks, let's go down the field for tonight's national anthem. Remember, folks, we'll be naming our Autoplex collision of the game. And, gentlemen, I thought that was classic last week. Your pick was Coach Dameron going down. I think he got a kick out of that.
Yeah, I don't know that he got much of a kick out of going down, but, man, when he came
I think he
up,
was embarrassed more than anything.
That's what he told me, but he said, did you see how fast I jumped up?
That's right. I was like, you couldn't have been embarrassed long. You're only down about a split second.
And hardly any of the coaches knew it either.
Yeah, I know it.
That's what's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Guys, you had a week off. We talked about some of the things that Southside needs to improve on and, what we hope to see tonight. As you go into your second ball game with the week off, what do you guys want to see from the Southside Mavericks tonight?
No turnovers. 0.
Yeah, Terrell, he's turnovers because I think that's what they had no turnovers against Northside.
I think they had one.
They had
yeah.
one,
That's right,
But
but
it
played
didn't-
really well.
but it didn't hurt them.
Yeah.
Turning the ball over on your end of the field, so they don't have to have a short field. I think that Springdale had 6 turnovers the other night when they played Central and had short fields to go. We just need to, like I say, and we need to throw it and catch it. I think that Blake's got to have a good game.
It was unusual last week, too, of a Northside-Southside game. We didn't have a lot of actually, I don't think we had any personal fouls that were made hits.
Not a lot of drama like
No, it was
they
pretty
have.
classic.
Yeah, and I thought Southside did a great job. You could count the number of penalties they had on one hand. So if you get that every week, took care of the football. Blake Forsgren didn't. He was a little off on his passing last week, but he didn't have a turnover, and I think that was a key in the ball game too.
Yeah, even the passes they kind of got away from him, they were at least in safe location. That's really what you need out of Blake. Just take care of that football. Make sure that it doesn't end up in other teams' hands.
I would have to say they'd get number 16 involved a little bit more because he didn't touch the ball that much, and I thought Northside did a great job of defending them, taking a lot away from that, especially some of that stuff they tried to do with Peyton.
Oh yeah, I think that was the key, guys. I think that their coaches, you were saying last week, 2 weeks ago, they were dropping 8 guys deep into the coverage, and I think might have confused him a bit during the game. And that's one thing that we kind of questioned, guys. Do you think that's something that Southside's going to see a lot this year?
Well, like I said last week, Coach Murat from Northside, he's a defensive coach, and I was talking to Coach Stewart, and he was telling me that their linemen, defensive linemen, they would stemming, they were twisting. That if you saw them one time, they're all 4 of them standing up.
Yep.
The next time they'd been playing a 4-2-5 or 4-3, and anyway, and then the other night they didn't play it when they played them, and so their lineman was confused a little bit at times, and were on your run fits and stuff with Southside running. They had a lot of the hose clogged, and but they didn't give up 1 sack. Is that right?
I think so.
And
He
that's
got flushed a couple times.
but he threw it
got
away.
out-
He
yeah,
threw it
got
away.
out of there.
Hey guys, I want to throw another name out there too. We mentioned Peyton Zimmerman, hopefully having a big game tonight. But I look on that defensive side of the ball, and Layden Rowe. I'd like to see Layden really, of course he got credited with the Autoplex collision of the game. He was in on that, but he's one of those playmakers I think is going to really help Southside this year.
He seems to always be in the right place at the right time. That's what you want back there on defense.
Gentlemen, this is always the question that we have to ask. I know we were laughing about this earlier, but keys to tonight's ball game.
Well, I think in my mind, we talked about it a little bit last week, but special teams I think is going to be key. So I think you're going to have a field position game at least early on, and if you can kind of take care of the ball and you can play good on special teams, and just force them to make plays, I think that's really going to be key. I mean, obviously defense is going to be a huge one in this game, but I think special teams is going to win it or lose it for you.
Well, Central's going to receive the ball first, so we'll find out a little bit about their speed.
Real early on, that's right.
And whether, we can't. We got to do a better job of containing the edge sometimes. I think last week we tended to Northside was able to expose it at times.
That was our soft spot.
Yeah, Terrell, you mentioned special teams too. I go back to that. I thought our special teams did a great job last week as far as covering. Rodrigo Hernandez did a great job of putting the ball in the end zone, and then. Guys, I saw something I've never seen before, a guy take a knee on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was strange.
He didn't want to get hit.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to go to the north side sidelines after that.
Well, and we talked about it too. I mean, it was over 100 yards Northside gave up because our, kick placement was in a place they didn't want to field the ball. And so it either went out of bounds or whatever, but, it punts, kickoffs, everything. They didn't get to do what they are really good at doing because of our kick placement, and I think that'll be key tonight too.
As Coach Polk said, we're going to be on defense first. We'll look at the starting lineup for the Mavs tonight. They're going to go at corner. They'll have Dwight Johnson, who I thought had a really solid ball game last week. Darian McGrew will be your other corner. Safeties, Peyton Zimmerman, Isaac Parker. The star position, which is kind of a hybrid linebacker, will be Layden Rowe. The Mike linebacker, Maddox Perez. The Will middle linebacker, Ethan Dunn. Jack linebacker, Malachi Warren. Your ends, Xavier Safer, along with Dalton Sherrod. Nose tackle, Daniel Morales. And, guys, I thought Morales had a good ball game last week.
Had a great ball game.
Yeah, Daniel played well.
Especially early on. I mean, he was in about every play early on, and, then he started getting a little bit of help after that first quarter.
Yeah, we mentioned Samuel Pruitt coming in and making a big play, too. They're developing a little bit of depth, though. They're on the line. I noticed, too, this week they've got on their two deep chart guys, they've got Josh Chung actually listed as a backup end.
Yeah, he's one of the few offensive players that will play a little bit of both ways.
Just about ready for kickoff here as Southside.
They've already had an issue with the ball not having enough pressure or too much pressure. The official threw it back to him.
Pulling out all Tom Brady's.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
Brady stops, man.
Well, you got to do what you got to do, guys. Yeah,
personally, I don't know how you can feel the ball and say, well, this is 0.04 ounces, or as far as not enough pressure on the ball.
I always figured the only way you could really test that out is bounce it like a basketball.
Well,
it's going to be different on every field, though.
Okay, let me ask this question then: as a coach, which would you prefer, a less inflated ball or a hard ball?
Depends on if you're throwing a lot.
Yeah.
Throwing a lot, you ain't got to worry about your kicking, Get a flat one out there.
On a kickoff, you probably want
one with air in it.
A little bit of air in it. I don't know. It depends. Some kickers like their softer ball than one with a lot of air in it.
I think it kind of knuckleball, won't it?
Yeah, I think what you want, guys, you want that ball. It's kind of like when we were in school and we played kickball. I hated using those hard soccer balls. I like those rubber red balls. And, you felt like you were really doing some damage on those.
Yeah.
Squishy.
Southside be kicking off here. Rodrigo Hernandez will boot the ball for the Mavs. Looks like back deep they'll have C.J. White back deep along with Roy Holmes. Going to flank the middle will be Jalen Robinson.
So Stephanie, make sure she zoomed out and then pointed that way.
Guys, how much has Rodrigo Hernandez improved?
Oh, gosh. We'll see, just like that. The day of kicking it off, with most of all high school kickers now can kick it in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Where used to, you hardly couldn't get one to kick it in the end zone.
Well, I'll tell you a guy I was impressed with was the kicker of the Razorbacks. Trotted out there, that freshman kicker.
50-something yard of the first kick, field goal he's ever, he attempted.
And then you look at the pro kickers like the Aubrey kid.
Aubrey kicking 70-yarders.
Cam Little kicking a 70-yarder.
Crazy.
I mean, you obviously wouldn't try that in a regular game unless you knew it was the last play of the half, but pretty impressive.
Okay, number one in the back.
Yeah, they're going to have Bryson Kennedy be your quarterback. He's a freshman, and your running back will be Ray Stewart. Going to run the ball outside for a big gain.
See, that's what right there.
Quick hitting pass game.
Yeah.
Yep. C.J. White, there's Ethan Dunn over there for the Mavs.
For a 16-yard gain.
He's got a pretty good arm.
For the Central High Call World, first down.
There's Webb Norman out there, too, and there's a handoff up the middle for a big gain. That's Stewart on the carry.
Handoff goes over the middle to number 3, Jacob Marshall.
Webb Norman had a good ball game last 2 weeks ago, guys. The second down, 2nd and 4 for Little Rock Central, just underway here, 11:25 to go. Quick pass out, going to be complete. Going to have the first down. Getting that C.J. White on the catch. Isaac Parker there for the Mavs. Guys, I got to ask you this question, though. You see the good arm strength. He's a big kid, too.
Yeah.
You come up and play a little more press coverage?
I think they respect your speed like they did Northside.
Nice clear out, going to get a completion. There's Layden Rowe making the play for Southside. Completion over to Ricky Gaston III.
Pass complete to number 27, Ricky Gaston. Gain of 6 on the play.
Yeah, Robinson for a 9th grader is a big kid.
Big.
So they're going to come out one man in the backfield. Split receivers either side of the field. Southside looks like they may try to bring some heat here on the play. Got a whistle. Got a flag now. Going to be a procedure penalty. Guys, that's a product right there of look like Ethan Dunn coming off that left side, maybe getting Robinson's attention, maybe drawing offsides.
Well, they had one of those linemen that was looking out of the corner of his eye, knowing that he had to pick him up, that flinched a little bit. But actually it was called from the other side, so I don't know.
We got a second down. Going to run it. Here's a good job by the Southside defense. I believe that was Malachi Warren there. Gets him by the shirt back in the backfield. Bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 11. Penalty was costly for the Central Tigers.
It's amazing how a 5-yard penalty can turn the way what you call, and then you have a negative play.
Yeah, 2nd and 4 is a pass run situation. A roll out here by Robinson. There comes the heat down.
That's a penalty.
Bad hold, too.
That's a penalty because the guy's helmet came off and he
didn't disengage.
He still participated. Illegal participation.
Yeah, but they're not going to call it. And they're going to let him play. They're not going to take him out.
They're checking
It
somebody.
looks like the coach
game.
is trying to pull him out, and they're just leaving him.
No, he's still in the ball game.
I can't believe it. Did they not see his helmet come off? Oh, my gosh.
I don't know how they didn't see that jersey getting held in the backfield.
And they're going to tell.
There he goes.
Well, they knew the helmet came off. I guess they were thinking maybe did he stop running after the helmet came off?
He was still in the pass pattern.
Be 4th down here. Big chance for the Mavs to get off the field. 4th down, 4th and 7. Robinson looks to the sideline. Got 13 seconds on the play clock. Still plenty of time.
They're going to punt. They're going to punt.
It's a good call. Try to play field position here. Takes a south side bounce. Don't think they got the yardage they wanted out of that. They'll get 26 yards.
Anytime they drop back like that, he's in regular position and shotgun position as a quarterback, and then he drops back and the up back comes up. That's but you can't get much. I don't say you can get much leg into it.
Well, boys, every time I see that, I just think Frank Broyles is smiling somewhere. That was his big thing, was Frank Broyles would do
the pooch
that.
kick. Yeah, I saw one, and the center sailed it over our punter's head, and it eventually cost us the game. I was a kid when I saw that. Still remember it.
Terrell Warren in the backfield with Forsgren. There's a handoff to Warren. Going to be hit and dropped for no gain. Look at the Southside starting offense. You've got Blake Forsgren at quarterback, Terrell Warren, your running back, Peyton Zimmerman, Wilson Key, Barry Lauermore, and Tanner Stacy receivers, Landon Grimm, Mark Rodriguez, Hayden Eckelhoff, Nick Arnold, and Colby Castling on the front line for the Mavs. We'll bring up second down, second nine.
Number 44 is a big dude.
Yes, he is.
I'll throw a pass out, going to be complete. That's Zimmerman on the catch. Going to have a Southside first down.
See, that's what they, Northside did a pretty good job of defending that. But when you get the defender, which your receiver's got to block that first guy, and then it's the receiver guy, the one that's catching the ball has got to make the next guy miss, or at least,
Peyton Zimmerman definitely capable of doing that. He does a great job. We see him on kickoffs and hits that hole good. Now we've got a whistle, going to be 5 yards on the Mavs.
Same guy.
I think we've seen more penalties here in the first 3 minutes of the ball game than we saw in the first half of the Northside-Southside game. Again, we're 0-0 here with 8:28 to go here in the first quarter. There'll be a rollout pitch, and
that's not a very good block, but
Man, he runs hard.
Hey, move the pile.
Yeah,
push the pile.
Something out of nothing, guys. Got about 8 yards on the play. Brings us second down, 2nd and 7.
They're bringing in their heavy.
Joey DeBina going to check into the offensive line for the Mavs. We saw this last week, bring that extra back in.
Yeah, extra lineman in. Makes them unbalanced.
Southside will go 2 receivers split to the wide side. Looking to throw here. He's got an open receiver, going to be complete. That's Wilson Key, going to catch it, fall forward for the first down. I tell you, if he'd been looking, he had a post there with Peyton Zimmerman on the post.
That is a bad spot.
Yeah, yes, it is.
That is a horrible spot. Oh, my goodness.
Spotted that like it's 2-hand touch game.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't know where. Oh, wow.
They got third down, third and about half a yard. There's a handoff to Warren. He's going to bounce it outside. He's at midfield, crosses midfield up to the 48-yard line.
That's a little counter play right there.
As Jalen Robinson makes a tackle for, actually probably a touchdown-saving tackle for Little Rock Central. Warren running that time, you're saying, son, just turn that thing up. But he saw something on that outside.
I like that misdirection look.
They, with all, particularly a lot of young backs, they want to bounce it because they have been able to, when they're younger, they can just bounce it outside and use their speed. Well, speed catches up with you.
Yep.
Unless you just play a team that just doesn't have any speed. But he's a good little runner for a ninth grader.
And they're going to check in the ball game. Colton Vinthong going to check in for the Mavs. Saw some good things from Vinthong.
Yeah, he did good.
He's second down, 2nd and 8. We've got 6:12 to go here. No score. First possession here for the Mavs. Start this drive at their 20-yard line. Take out pitch. There's
good catch.
Zimmerman. That's a perfect
Great
timing
catch.
play.
And that's I don't know. Can't see from over there, but to me, he looked like he went out of bounds a yard further. But
Do you guys think, though, that Southside maybe with Forsgren maybe run a lot of short plays to get some confidence?
Of course.
Get him tuned in.
Third down, 3rd and 1 for the Mavs. Got Vinthong in the backfield with Forsgren. They'll bring a man in motion. That's Wilson Key. There's a keeper. That's on the keeper. That's Forsgren. Cuts it back in. Is at the 30, the 29-yard line. I think if he takes that outside, extra 10 yards.
Hey, that's a good play.
That's been an effective play for the Mavs the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Remind you a little bit of Carter Zimmerman.
Yeah, and they're going to check DeBina back into the ball game. And Coach, what brought this on as far as Southside going with this, bringing your tackle in as a Tight end.
As an extra lineman or a tight end, it's just to give them an extra run blocker and
Here's a pass over the middle. He's got an open receiver. And we got a flag, going to have a grab, I believe. That may have saved a touchdown.
he should have caught it, though.
You talk just like a coach. He looked like he grabbed his arm there at the end.
Oh, he did? Yeah, well. See, I was always heard it say, hit your hands, you ought to catch it.
That's right. That's what I was always taught too.
They marked that off as a 10-yard
10-yard penalty.
It must have been holding.
Which it really shouldn't have been holding, guys, because the ball was in the air when he did it. Be 1st and 10 for the Mavs. This will be the 10th play of their opening drive. They start at their own 20-yard line, 5:44 to go here, no score. Here's a handoff to Warren up the middle. He's going to fight his way down inside the 10. Keeps that move, those legs moving.
Oh, ball's out.
Ball's on the ground, but Southside gets it back inside the 5.
See, that's the only bad thing about a scrum like that is that they're grabbing the ball and they're pulling, and you got – that's where your linemen need to be right there to be Johnny on the spot.
Coach, you're right, though. As far as marking the ball, they actually jumped on the 3-yard line and got the ball. And that's where they did mark it, but your side judge over there was back at the 5-yard line.
I think it was supposed to be back at the 5 because you can't advance a fumble.
Got Malachi Warren into the ball game. They'll go strong this time. I think that's Perez going to lead the way. Hand off to Warren. Not much there. It's going to be hit and – yeah, Southside started this drive. I want to say there was around 9 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
It's been a good drive.
I think the way their offense is geared now, I think they'll, sometimes your best defense is a offense that that controls the ball, and so.
And the ball off to Warren again. He's going to fight his way forward, going forward towards the goal line. They're going to spot him just short.
Like right now?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, number 44, they got some real men inside.
Yeah, there's some large bodies down there between the tackles.
Well, I'll tell you what, Southside those running right at him, though.
Yeah. But number 44 is already committed to Miami, so.
Hand off to Warren. Nice cut back to the end zone. Touchdown, Southside.
They gave it to him. He stretched out that ball. They shot someone through. I couldn't tell who it was, but hey, he did a great job of just taking a sidestep and just getting what he could get, and enough. And then as he was falling, he stretched that ball out over the goal line.
Rodrigo Hernandez in for the extra point. Ball is down. Kick is up.
Guests paid for their testimonials.
Kick is good. Southside leads 7-zip here.
Let me tell you
We'll be back
about
with
this
the Southside
new pretzel
kickoff after
cheddar
this. What's the
club.
Southside
Hey,
Maverick
I'm Carlos.
football on the
And I'm
Maverick Sports
Ebony.
Network.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
Is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
it goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Well, gentlemen, that's how you like to start a ball game right there. Southside has a 13-play, 80-yard drive, culminating with the 1-yard touchdown run by Malachi Warren. And, Coach, you were right. That was a nice sidestep he did to get away from the initial defender that had split the gap there to get in the end zone.
Yeah, that's just great vision and just being an athlete.
Southside will kick off here. Again, 4:05 to go here. The Mavs lead 7-zip. And not different than last week's game, guys. The north side, you had probably 14 possessions. We're almost into the first quarter with each team having the ball one time. Another nice kickoff by Rodrigo Hernandez goes into the end zone. The big play of the first series, obviously, for Little Rock Central guys was the penalty. Really kind of set them back, forced them to give the ball, but they were able to move the ball from about the 25-yard line up to the south side 42-yard line.
Well, and they were kind of running tempo there early until that penalty, and that kind of threw off their cadence a little bit.
I'll tell you guys, though, to me, it's a thing of beauty when you see these double-digit drives that end in touchdowns. Doug, we did one a few years ago, Bentonville West, a 25-play drive that ended with the field goal. We're going to have a hold here on 75. I believe he got Daniel Morales down on the play, but they had a 25-play drive, correct, Terrell?
21.
And we had to kick a field goal because we had a holding penalty.
Yeah. But it was, like 11 minutes or something? I mean, it was a whole quarter.
Oh, when you can do that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I know about long drives and stuff. Usually most teams cannot go on a long drive without hurting themselves.
Right.
And just like right here, now you got a holding penalty they have to overcome. Some teams can't overcome them because they don't have the ability to. Now, Central, I would think, would have it because of, I think, the quarterback can throw it, and plus they have some speed.
Well, you got to be a little careful, too, down in your own end, too.
Yeah, there's a speed sweep.
Going to try to. There's another hold over there.
I'm telling you, every play.
Yeah, he gets to the 18-yard line. That's Maddox. I believe it's Maddox Perez over there for the Mavs. No, actually, that is Layden Rowe over there. But that was an obvious hold, guys. I mean, when you got your hand out and you're pulling jersey.
That's it. When you see that jersey getting extended.
But that's a good sign, too, though, because that's telling you right there that probably Southside's a little bit quicker on the line than what Central's able to handle.
At least stronger.
Alex Cole going to check in for the Mavs. Replace Layden Rowe.
Yeah, he came up a little bit slow. I think he rolled up a little bit on the sideline.
Second down, 2nd and 12. Robinson wants to throw here. They're going to try to set a screen up and had a chance at a play by Perez. They're going to get away and going to get the first down.
Got to quit pushing and start tackling.
It was Ricky Gaston on the catch. They're going to mark him short about 2 yards.
He stepped out of bounds.
He's got to make that play, guys.
They literally tackled Ethan Dunn. I mean, they grabbed a hold of his waist. And I know you can't call every play, but,
the obvious one.
Tackle.
Yeah. Robinson going to keep it there, and he's going to be hit by Malachi Warren in the backfield. Going to lose yardage.
How about that?
And now we've got a flag on the play.
Should be another hold.
Coach, maybe they heard you down there.
You decline that, Coach?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to decline that.
Take away the play?
Yeah.
I like the way the chain gang operates, too. That kid's moved that chain back up, make it 4th and 2 instead of.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be too disappointed. They've got away with about 4 holds on that. So good job by the Southside defense again as they'll punt the ball away. Back deep will be Wilson Key, and it'll be Jacoby Page.
They got a man short, or he just check in.
Yes, they're deep snapper.
Yeah.
You got to have that, don't you, on a punt?
Yeah, they have no idea where they line up at.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, thanks.
It's still going to be 4th down. They should have saved that one for later in this ball game.
It's still there. There's motion on them. Thanks.
Yeah, we got 2:56 to go here. Southside leads here early, 7-zip. Southside had a 13-play, 80-yard drive for the first touchdown of the ball game. Guys, I think Forsgren was, 4 for 4 on that first drive?
Mm-hmm.
Southside should get good field position here. There's a snap. And Key going to call a fair catch. Okay, put that in the pocket, guys. Your deep snappers putting ducks back there.
Yeah, that's it. Send them.
Yeah, when you float one, when you can, the punter could almost fair catch it. Yeah.
Well, the joke on that is he killed 2 birds on the way down, but.
Well, as fast as Malachi got back there on that sack, I'd almost send him off one of those edges and see if he can get back there and cause some havoc.
Yeah, Malachi made a really nice play too,
he
guys.
was flying
over there. Yes, he did. And he's made a difference on this Southside defense.
And offense. I mean, he scored about half our touchdowns.
Southside by the 1st and 10 at the Central 45-yard line. 2:29 to go here. Southside leads 7-zip. There's a handoff to Warren. He's going to fight his way down. Falls forward for about 3 yards. Brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 7 for the Mavs.
Handoff goes to number 3, Terrell Warren. He picks up 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
The most exciting thing I can say about Terrell Warren is he's only going to get better from week to week.
Oh, gosh, yes.
He's already running hard, too. In fact, we kind of were talking about how he's holding that ball out there, but it's the first time we've seen him put it on the ground.
There's a quick pass out to Wilson Key. He makes one man miss and is going to get inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. That was a nice block over there, too, guys.
Well, when your cornerback is playing 10 yards off of you and they bring a guy in motion and then they kind of cross block, all you have to do is slip the block, because the only one that can tackle you is the guy coming in.
Yeah,
the guy's in motion.
Yeah, Tanner Stacy did a good job of getting that block off and freeing up Wilson Key. He 1st and 10 for the Mavs. They lead here 7-zip. Here's a handoff to Warren. Cuts it back inside. We'll get about 5 yards. That's a good run, guys. He didn't see anything and just turn it up, get positive yardage, and gets a nice gain. They'll give him 4 yards, brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and you can see those defenders, man, they're tackling that ball. They're really not even going for him.
That's what you see in film. They've watched a lot of film, probably saw some in the Alma game, and that just makes you a better runner when you can don't get those direct hits. Forsgren wants to throw over the middle, wide open receiver. Touchdown Southside.
The old wheel route.
Terrell Warren on the touchdown.
All right, good catch, too, because you didn't know whether you could catch out of the backfield.
That's complete to number 2, Terrell Warren. And is good for a Maverick touchdown.
Got the Warren brothers showing out tonight.
I guarantee it.
I'm sure it won't be the last game they do that.
Rodrigo Hernandez in for the extra point. Ball is down. Your kick is up. Kick is good. Southside leads 14-zip. We've got 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
They gave us 2 points.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Come back to action. It was a 4-play, 45-yard drive for the Mavs. A 23-yard touchdown pass from Blake Forsgren to Terrell Warren. We got a nice message here from Coach Michael Beaumont watching the game up there in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
We're everywhere, guys.
That's right.
That's awesome.
And as we'll kick off again. Going to be returnable. I think he didn't think it was going to be returnable, but it's going to be. And they're going to hit him and knock him down at about the 21-yard line. Good job by the Southside special teams.
I don't know if he's doing it tonight, but my son has watched us from Georgia. So
there you go.
as Webb Norman along with Colton Vinthong getting off the bottom of the pile for the Mavs. Yeah, we've had Georgia, we've had California.
That brings up a Central High Car World first down.
That's not a good thing when you do the first down chant on a
Kickoff.
yeah, not one made, guys.
That's funny.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line for Little Rock Central. Again, they've got Bryson Kennedy in at quarterback. Actually, I think they've switched.
They did
Yeah, they
switch.
got to switch the quarterback out. They brought in,
A car wash is there,
I believe that's Drew Bjork.
He must be their.
Whataburger's ours.
He's kind of the running quarterback.
Yeah.
Reed guy.
Keeper by number 6, Drew York.
And they're saying B. York.
Just
so
like
we'll
I
go with
said,
B.
that's
York.
what I said. I thought for sure that's
That's
how
not
you
what it
pronounce
said on the internet.
Uh-uh.
There's a handoff up the middle. Going to get about 3 yards. That's Ethan Dunn there for the Mavs. That was Jacob Marshall on the carry. That's the key, too, is don't let Marshall have big gains on first down. Also, Isaac Parker there for the Mavs. Bring up second down, 2nd and 7. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Southside leads 14-zip. Be back with the start of the second quarter after this. Watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we're not just about fixing cars. We're committed to providing the best customer experience. Our team is here to guide you through every step of the repair process. We make it easy, transparent, and stress-free. And with convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, your repair is always close to home. At Autoplex, your satisfaction is our priority. Visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today and see why customers trust Autoplex.
Welcome back to action here. It's going to be second down, 2nd and 7 for Little Rock Central. They've got Bjork in at quarterback. Southside leads here 14-zip. He wants to throw here. Here comes the heat, and they're going to hit him in the backfield. That's Daniel Morales. Also looked like big old number 52 getting back there for the Mavs.
He's the one that
Xavier Safer.
Yeah, he's the one that causes all the chaos up there up front. Everybody else.
He kind of cleared out,
Yeah,
and then
everybody else
cleared up after
running
that.
behind him.
They pushed that lineman back into the quarterback's lap, and
Third down, 3rd and 18.
that was a great play by him for the interior lineman.
I think they're working him at nose guard tonight.
Uh-oh.
There's a snap. They're going to get some pressure. Going to throw the ball out of bounds. We got another hold, guys?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You say you can't call him on every play, but I don't know.
Well, the
You
problem
see 'em.
is, though, if you see the hand come out, that's just too easy.
Jersey tugs.
See that
all
jersey stretch
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
The only place that does not get called, Coach Pogan, you'll agree with this, is probably at Fayetteville. They will get away with murder up there.
Are you referring to Dan Skipper? Is that what?
Now, you know, the thing about it, the holding and officials, it's a lot of it is just the official himself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, you know, if you have one that will not let them get away with anything, then you got some that that calls everything.
Let's see what Southside does here. We were kind of joking about the deep snap, and that they can't get enough guys on the field. We're down to 8 seconds. They may end up having to take a delay here, down to 5 seconds. That's going to be delay a game. Should be delay a game. That's when I start using the big words, guys. When I see stuff like that, that was a play that was discombobulated.
Yeah, it was definitely discombobulated.
Southside defense coming up big, guys.
I don't understand how you don't know what teams you're on. That would drive me absolutely. It's unacceptable, I think.
You get punt off there. That's Key going to call fair catch. Well, actually, he's going to run the ball and going to be hit at the 45-yard line. Great field position again for the Mavs. Southside, I think, is just going to settle down. And, I think he could bring some heat. That ball actually was a high snap again, but it bounced.
It bounced to him, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You could just about send Malachi or one of those speed demons off the edge, and they'll beat the dadgum snap back to the punter.
Well, guys, the reason I don't think you do that yet is because – well, I think the reason is because you don't want to get a roughing the kicker penalty, and you've got the momentum, 14-zip. You've had 2 3-and-outs on defense. And you've got great field position nonetheless at the 47-yard line. Forsgren in the backfield with Vinthong. Forsgren wants to throw. He goes down the field. He's got an open receiver. That's Peyton Zimmerman down to the goal line. Going to be just short at the 1-yard line.
Good throw.
I'm not sure there's anybody in the state that can cover him one-on-one.
No, he's really good.
Southside looking to punch it in here. Got Vinthong in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. He will. No, it'll be a keeper by Forsgren. Touchdown, Southside.
Well, there's your quick start, Keith. 20-0 away. I like it.
Obviously, the key play of that drive was the 46-yard pass from Blake Forsgren to Peyton Zimmerman. 1-yard touchdown run by Forsgren. Southside now leads 20-zip. Let's see if they give them 2 points this time, guys.
I'm cheering for Little Rock. That's why I gave you that look.
Ball's down. Kick is up. Kick is good. Southside leads 21-zip. We'll be back with the Maverick Kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports
Accident
Network.
can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
Welcome back. We've got 10:52 to go here, second quarter. Southside leads 21-zip. That was a 2-play, 47-yard drive for the Mavs. Key play of the drive was a 46-yard pass from Blake Forsgren to Peyton Zimmerman, a 1-yard touchdown run on a keeper by Forsgren. Southside now leads 21-zip. And, gentlemen, I think another key right now has been this Southside defense. Central came out moving the ball, got the penalty, had to punt the ball away. Southside offense has scored all 3 possessions, but the last 2 series for Little Rock Central, 3 and out.
Yeah, going backwards almost.
Boy, what a difference a couple of weeks makes. We had probably 15 possessions in the first half, north side, south side. Here's the kick. It's going to go into the end zone. And Terrell, the points you made earlier, you were talking about the south side special teams. They've been really good again tonight.
I don't know if you can say perfect, but I mean they're playing about as good as you hope for.
Well, and that's
this one.
Yeah, that's 4 kickoffs right now, and they're
everyone in
their best possession. Well, they
returned
one to the 21-yard line.
I think he could have returned that one, but he decided not to because the ball was hit about a yard deep.
I'm not sure they want to return it, Doug. I've watched him.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I've watched him 2 or 3 times, and he made no effort to try to catch it.
It's kind of like Northside last week or a couple of weeks ago.
York still your quarterback. Here's a open field, and there's Max Perez, probably saving a touchdown.
Yeah, he did. See, that's the only, when you don't have any safeties in the middle, like that, they break that first light wave, then
You're catching up.
Yeah, that was Ray Stewart's best run of the night. Going to get 19 yards on the play. And the ball Stewart again. Boy, he is hit. And
look who it is.
Malachi.
Mr. Everywhere.
Yeah, and let's also give credit. I'm trying to see who else got off the pile. That was
97.
No, it's actually 47.
But here's the thing: Southside with their linebackers going to create havoc because they, they're going to be able to stunt, to do different games up here on front, and it's going to cause it. And you're going to give up a big play every now and then. But
you were correct, Terrell. That was 97, Dalton Sherrod. There's a handoff, going to get a big gain, and
getting that ISO play going now.
Yeah, they.
Ray Stewart, number 5 up the middle for a 13-yard gain. That brings up another Central High Car World first down.
got exactly 10, well, actually 10:01 now, 10 to go here. Southside leads 21-zip. Here's another handoff. They get him in the backfield. Good job. That's Maddox Perez back there for the Mavs leading the charge.
Malachi in on that one, too.
Actually, I think that was Dalton Sherrod.
It was.
It was the first initial contact. I tell you what, number 5 is a strong runner. He doesn't go down easy. He makes some really good cuts. They have some ability.
Oh, yeah. He averaged almost 9 yards a carry last week. And Central going to work. They'll bring a man in motion here, one back in the backfield. Looking to throw that way. They're going to do a rollout, and he's going to keep it here. And there's Ethan Dunn on the play.
Wow.
We'll bring up third down, 3rd and 12.
That's some impressive pursuit. I think he's faster than he was last year.
Third and 12 here for Central. We've got exactly 9 minutes to go here. Second quarter, Southside leads 21-zip. 3 impressive drives early here for Southside, and again, it's been a ball game too, guys. Southside's had really good field position for the most part, with the exception of the first drive. They had the other 2 in Central territory.
Sides, but they don't call it.
Yeah, we got lucky on that one. I agree with you.
Maddox is all, he needs to watch what he's doing because he creeped across. He didn't call it. Good thing it was on this side because the other side he would have called it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go for it.
Again, 8:45 to go here. You got to think, too, that the Central defense is going to be tired. Been on the field for the bulk of the game.
Okay.
And now there could be a penalty right there as number 4 in the slot actually moved up. Again, 4th down, 4th and 12. Bjork wants to throw it here. He's going to throw the ball over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. That's Malachi Warren on the interception. 45, cuts it back to 40, 35, inside the about the 32-yard line.
He does not like to go down.
You see him, that guy kind of wrapped around him. He tried to take his free arm and tried to throw him off of it. That's
that kind of reminds you of that Garnes kid from Greenwood last year. Yeah, he was trying to tackle while he was running with the football. That's a tough kid.
He is tough.
A great job, though, by the Southside defense. Again, Malachi Warren standing up. But give credit to Dalton Sherrod on that series, guys. He's
in the backfield just about every play.
We kind of saw that coming, too, because the offsides, or excuse me, the holding penalties are being called. It kind of tells you they can't handle the quickness of Southside.
No.
2 receivers each side of the field with Warren in the backfield with Forsgren. Here's a handoff to Warren. Going to fight his way. He's got to tuck that ball in, guys.
Yeah, he runs with it pretty loose.
Bring up second down, gain of 3 on the play. Again, Southside leads here 21-zip. We've got 8:20 to go here before the half. Gentlemen, I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect this. This Central team, a lot improved this year, and Southside really has come in here just taking it to them so far. Second down, 2nd and 7. Forsgren looks to the sidelines, got plenty of time on the play clock, down to 15 seconds. 7:56 on the game clock. Forsgren wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, and now he'll be hit and dropped back at the 32-yard line. Had good coverage on the play, guys. Good job by the Central defense.
Yeah, that was a sack, but it was definitely a coverage sack.
But, guys, you got to say this, though. That's a play, too, that, he might have tried to force something there and just go ahead and take the 5-yard loss, live another day.
Last year,
live another down. You're right. But sometimes you tell them to have that clock in your head. Just throw it out of bounds.
Chest Josh Chung into the ball game.
We always taught our quarterbacks 1 Mississippi, too late. It's like if you get to 2, it's too late. You need to be moving or you need to have that ball out.
You might have a one-on-one here on the corner, and now we're going to have a timeout. See who takes the timeout. I guess it may be Southside. They're not really saying. So
Southside took the timeout.
Yeah, guys, let's go ahead and keep it here for right now. We've got 7:05 to go here. It's 21-zip. You've got to be impressed so far with the Southside offense, their ability to move the ball. But to me, the most impressive thing has been this Southside defense really kind of putting the clamps on it for that first series.
Well, they've minimized some of the running game, and because Stewart's a good running back, and he's hit them a couple of times, but then they come back and make them have a negative play. And I think Central, with their negative play, puts them behind the sticks. They kind of change up some of their play calling, and I think it's played into Southside's favor. They're not throwing that quick hitch. They threw it a couple of times, and they haven't seen it since. So I don't know.
Tried to get the running game going on the last series. Question, guys, have y'all seen Layden Rowe back in the ball game?
I hadn't.
He's down there on the sideline. He's sitting down on the bench.
His last play that he was in over on the far sideline, he came up kind of slow and, was immediately calling to come out. So
I wonder if he's might have got dinged up or something.
I think his kind of lower leg, but I couldn't really see.
Third down, 3rd and 13 for the Mavs. Again, they lead 21-zip at 7:05 to go here. And good thing for Southside, they'll get the ball to start the second half. Here's a keeper by Forsgren, and they're going to read that really good, and he'll get back maybe 1 or 2 yards. They did a really good job, the Central defense. Southside thought they'd catch him in a blitz, maybe hit a hole, but that was Anthony Kennedy coming in there.
Yeah.
They didn't give him much on that. It'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 12 for the Mavs. I like this sideline over here. You've got no safety help. As Forsgren will roll, he looks. There's going to be a flag on the play. Pass is going to be incomplete. That's Larimore over there. Going to be a hold probably on the Mavs. Of course, that's a catch you got to make, guys.
I was going to say might be better to take that holding penalty.
Fellas, I gotta give
4th down, wasn't it?
Yeah, fellas, I gotta give this PA guy a lot of credit. It's another Central first down.
Yeah,
hollers it out on the change of downs.
Turnover of downs.
They'll pad that stat sheet. It'll be 1st and 10. They've got Bjork. I'm surprised they haven't come back in with the other quarterback, as Bjork will keep it this time and going to run. And we've got a helmet off over there. We've got an injured Central Tiger. But York's going to get about 6 on the play. And with that injury, let's go ahead and take a timeout. You're watching Southside Maverick Football on the Maverick Sports Network.
With rising costs everywhere, from groceries to gas, we know repairs can feel out of reach. Insurance deductibles and repair costs can make you hesitant to start. But at Autoplex, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between your budget and getting your car repaired. Our Repair Now, Pay Later option helps ease the financial burden so you can get the quality repairs you need without the wait. Let us help you get back on the road.
Consumer notice. Interest rates are at a 22-year high. To gauge the demand for lower rates, or Chevrolet of Fort Smith is holding a great percent event. 1.9% financing for 60 months on select models is in effect. New 2023 Silverado 1500, new 2023 Equinox, new 2023 Trailblazers. 1.9% financing. Plus, get over $3,000 in or extra value. Or Chevrolet of Fort Smith.
Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and is now...
Welcome back to action here. It'll be third down, third and about 4 for Little Rock Central as the quarterback did an option there, and it was kind of a double team with Ethan Dunn, and then Malachi Warren finished it off on the sidelines. Brings up third down, third and about 3 for Little Rock Central. I'd almost think here, guys, that as the last time, probably 4 down territory, and there's a bad snap.
I don't know.
Look at the holding. Oh, gee. It's kind of like a
77 wasn't going to let him get back there, was he?
He wasn't the only one. It's kind of like a jailbreak. And they'll kind of change their minds on what they want to do here. They'll bring up fourth down and about half a mile there. They'll bring the ball back, spot it back on the 16-yard line. We've got Pat McCarty on here, and we're going to have to get Big Pat to talk about. He's a big pole vaulting guy.
That's right.
We're not sure. We think he may have the central record. We're not sure if they still have it or not, but Pat came down with us. He's really helped me a long time over the last few years, and there's a snap, and it's a curveball. That's what it is. There's a fair catch called, and, yeah, that's Pat. That's interference. Yeah, that's an easy call right there. Got number 23 over there holding his hands up. Yeah, you bumped into him, son.
On a fair catch.
It reminds me of a basketball player that gets a foul call and he holds his hands up.
Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen, again, that was actually a 4 and out for Little Rock Central. This will be a interference penalty.
I don't know. They're debating it like.
No, he's got to give him room to catch the ball.
Has to.
Yeah, he didn't. He was coming up, and the guy. The defender didn't know where the ball was at, number one.
Well, I think 2 defenders didn't know where the ball was at. Not sure exactly what they're discussing down there.
Wilson will return a kick
yes, sir.
Back for a touchdown this year, somewhere along the line.
Well, the key is, too, they can't call it a fumble because there was never a recovery.
Mm-mm.
There they go. See, that's 5.
10-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty.
Oh, wow. I guess you're right, interference.
Best starting field position for Southside. We'll start this drive on the central 25-yard line. They lead 21-zip. We've got 5:16 to go here.
You can't get much better field position than that right there.
Well, I thought Central did a great job of stopping them last time. And
nice counter play.
He'll get about 3 yards on the play. Yeah, he just barely got that handoff, guys.
Yeah. Like I said, Central did a great job defensively against them last time, and they're still. What I just see they're doing is they showed a lot of fight offensively. They keep shooting themselves in the foot because they have these bad snaps.
Well, that's the key too. That's what me and Terrell talk about every week and that's what Eckelhoff is so good at is you lose your rhythm.
Yeah.
Again, second down, 2nd and 8 for the Mavs. There's a handoff. That's Peyton Zimmerman off the corner. They're going to get a hold on Southside. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line, but I think, and that was unnecessary too. That hold was actually Zimmerman had that corner, and then the Southside player grabbed him on the way by. Coach will not like that one.
No. Well, they didn't stop that play, so you could just turn right around and run it again.
Well, you got to think that the Little Rock Central team's probably going to try to bring some pressure here. Josh Chung going to check in the ball game for the Mavs. Bring up second down, 2nd and 18. 4:23 to go here before the half. Southside leads 21-zip. Porter's going to step up, throws the ball. There's a crossing pattern to Peyton Zimmerman. He's at the 20, inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Good safe play, guys. And what makes that play better, that's a 8 or 9 yard gain. With Peyton Zimmerman, it can be a 20-yard gain.
Just like that.
Got third down, third and makeable mile, 3rd and about 3 for Southside. You can run or pass here. Got your choice right here. I like off the corner here. You're getting some matchups. If you can get that right matchup, that slot receiver, Zimmerman, you could take a snap and throw it. He's going to get some yards. There's a nice play. They're going to pitch the ball out. That's Terrell Warren inside the 10, fights his way down to the 6.
Good tackle. He's got great vision. That's a little option play. It's kind of, they've not ran that play for a long, long time, and now I've seen it twice tonight.
Going to roll out here with Forsgren.
Throw it away.
Going to run it now. Those are the end zone. Touchdown, Southside. I believe that's Peyton Zimmerman on the touchdown. Was that one of the keys to the game, guys, was getting Zimmerman going?
Well, that was one of the keys, and able to throw it and catch it.
Throw it and catch it.
I was a bit surprised they came out throwing on that. But Forsgren, I think, could have actually run it to the end zone after the first guy missed.
He probably could have got that thing in there. But
it was funny watching, guys, because Zimmerman, he was looking around. Is that a touchdown?
Well, I think with all that scrambling around, you worry about your lineman being downfield, even though it was on the 3-yard line.
Extra point up, and it's good. Southside leads 28. Zip be back with the Maverick kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Uncertain on how much your repair is going to cost? At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time so you don't have to wait to get back on the road. With flexible payment options, you get the repairs you need without the financial burden. Let's get you back on the road, worry-free. Visit fixrex.com to learn more and start your repair today.
Welcome back to action here. That was a 25-yard four-play drive for the Mavs and gentlemen. That was a key drive. You didn't want to not give up points there. And obviously, you had third down, third and 18. You get a 16-yard pass completion to Peyton Zimmerman, and then nice run by Terrell Warren down the side. Then you finish it with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Blake Forsgren to Peyton Zimmerman. Southside leads 28-zip. They'll kick off here with Rodrigo Hernandez. Hernandez doing really good tonight. Solid ball game. This one may be returnable. Oh, he's in the end zone. Well, he was in the end zone.
It's not where
the ball is.
Where the ball is.
And he may regret returning that. Gets it out across the 20-yard line. I think that might have been Layden Rowe in there. Trying to get the number. These numbers are kind of hard to see. We're really high up here. Actually, I think that was number 24, Glenn Evans over there making the play for Southside. Good form tackle. This will be, gentlemen, will be the best field position of the night for Little Rock Central. They'll start this drive on their 22-yard line. And we talk about field position, Terrell, obviously a key tonight.
Yeah.
We've owned it.
Other than the first drive, we started around.
Oh, that was a play where they tried to get the ball out quick.
Yeah.
And nice move there by Isaac Parker. That could be 6 more points.
I was going to say that real close to being pick 6.
Sometimes you let them have it, and then you when you jump it, it's like to say it's pick 6.
Now, are we mercy rule? Why is the clock running on an incomplete pass?
Well, they were struggling getting the score up earlier.
No.
They've got Bryson Kennedy back in at quarterback.
Now they're resetting the game clock. Yeah, or play clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another hold coming off that corner, and Kennedy's going to run it this time. And Southside done a good job. I tell you, Kennedy might have been able to get the first down.
He saw that big train coming towards him.
He saw a video 2 weeks ago when the Northside kid took the knee. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Pretty much the same place on the field.
I think most quarterbacks are told to slide or
You should. Yes, I agree.
Don't take the big hit.
They'll bring up another big third down here. Southside guys, they have a chance to put this in the mercy rule, and they'll get the ball to start the second half. Very impressed with this Southside team tonight. A lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2. Kennedy wants to throw here on third down, and there's some pressure. He's looking to throw the ball. He's going to throw the ball down the field. It's going to be complete. Should be another holding call. That was a nice play, though, by Kennedy, guys.
Yeah, it was.
There on the run, he's able to find the open receiver. Got a good arm, as you said earlier, Coach Pope.
He just lofted that right in between two defenders. I knew that one guy when he ran by Southside secondary guy, and he thought, oh, no, I'm beat. And he made a good throw.
Here's a handoff to the running back again, and not going to get much there. That's Ray Stewart on the carry.
I'll tell you what, you give up a pass here and there for that kind of run defense. So
yeah, there's big old number 55, Daniel Morales, in there for the Mavs. And Ethan Dunn always got his nose in there, brings up second down. That's been a key too, guys, and I think part of it has to do with what the score is, but Ray Stewart's been a non-factor so far.
Right. Yeah, and what'd you say, he had 9 yards of carry last week?
Yeah, he was over 150 yards last week on 20 carries. They're going to take the ball deep down the field. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage by Southside. That's Layden Rowe back in the ball game on the coverage along with Isaac Parker. Parker having a good ball game tonight.
He is.
Got 1:08 to go here against Southside leads 28-zip. We'll come back on here at halftime and talk about the first half scoring summary. And
I'm glad Isaac's doing well. Him and Tanner Stacy.
Oh, there's a hold.
Lee.
I'll throw the ball back. He's going to lose. Actually, will go back and will be thrown down. Good play by Layden Rowe. It's good to see him back in the ball game, guys. Bring up fourth down. Less than a minute to go here.
Little Rock needs to watch out. They're at pulling players off the pile. They're not allowed to do that. I think that number 50 for Little Rock's being warned about that right now.
Well, when you get to a point, too, and it gets 28-zip, a lot of the stuff you kind of overlook. Southside's going to take a timeout here. If I'm Coach Dameron, I'm going to go back and see if we can put those 50 seconds back on the clock if they ran off there.
I'll tell you what, though, on Rowe's tackle, that you can't pick them up and
slam them down. That's right. I think that's why they kind of let old 50 pull him up off the.
Defense doing a great job, nonetheless, of really moving to the football and being around the football. And what I like about this defense, guys, you've got some real playmakers out there with Malachi Warren, Ethan Dunn, Maddox Perez. But this defensive line tonight has been solid.
Yeah, they're in the backfield just about every snap and going through holds to get there. So I think, we're talking about Little Rock not being able to handle our speed. I think it's a mix of speed, and I think we got a little bit of power on that defensive line, too, that they're having trouble with. I don't think they're expecting us to come in being this strong.
Well, I was very, very impressed with Safer coming in there. They're actually working him. They had him listed as an end, but he's been working a lot as a nose tackle tonight. That's where you think they might put the pressure on. And
don't need to with punting like that.
And it's going to take a Southside bounce back.
Oh, big one.
Back to the 41-yard line with 35 seconds to go here. Guys, I've never punted the ball in a game before, but I've got to ask this question. When you see the snap coming like that, you've got to panic.
Yeah. Go to quarterback mode, just get the ball out.
Other than that one, they've had a couple of bad snaps, I guess, on the quarterback snap when they're in shotgun. Just do like he did the first time he snapped it to him.
A little quick kick.
Yeah, a little quick kick. Or, and have a short deal and then, do a rugby kick. There's ways to advance the ball down the field without having being back there in the normal.
Southside going to take the ball deep down here. It's going to be incomplete. Try to get Tanner Stacy over the middle. It's a nice throw, though, guys.
That was. Safe throw.
That's the key right now. 28-zip. You don't want to do anything to give Little Rock Central any momentum. In fact, I'd almost be thinking about maybe trying to run the ball. Then if you got a nice gain on the run, then maybe set up, try to move down. But otherwise, I think I just let the clock run, getting the ball back.
Because you're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yes, and down up 28 zip. Is Peyton Zimmerman in the ball game right now?
Yeah, he's here.
Wanting to throw the ball on him. There he is right there. It's going to be incomplete. Bring up third down. This might be the one you want to run the ball right here and get out. Very impressed with this Southside effort here in the first half.
Trying to throw that post route because there's.
Bring up third down, 3rd and 10. We've got 24 seconds to go here. Southside up 28 zip. Going to run the ball here. I love the call. There's Ben Thong. I'll tell you, there might have been a little face mask action there. I'm not sure what a whistle is.
Oh, either.
I think that's a good call by Coach. I'll go ahead and let the clock run out. You're ahead 28 zip. You're going to get the ball to start the second half. And I know Coach Dameron, coaching staff, pleased with what he's seen on both sides of the ball tonight.
It's a good half.
Southside really set the tone early. You got, you go back, I think, obviously the best drive of the night for Little Rock Central was their first drive, and then
hey, I'm Carlos.
They get the penalty, kind of sets them back a bit, but then Southside set the tone with the 80-yard, 13-play drive, really kind of got things going. Then they got some great field position and took advantage of some things, got the lead, and then really the defense stepped up big in the first half, guys, with 3 and outs.
Well, and the one thing I've noticed, we really hadn't made too many mistakes. And, you know, we talked about it early on about key to the game. One of the big keys is being a turnover battle. It's like we hadn't really done anything to have any issues with turnovers, so just keep that going in the second half. We should be in pretty good shape, I would think.
Well, folks, we'll be here at the half. Southside leads 28 zip. Be back with halftime scoring summary plus some thoughts from the guys here at half as Southside leads here at half 28 zip. Be back in just a bit. You're watching Southside Maverick Football on the Maverick Sports Network. I'm going to run down the restroom. That might take a while to get down there. So let's do about 4 minutes of commercials. You guys need to take a break now. Oh, man. Huh? Yeah. He's a legend. Yeah. The name, yeah. He was quarterback. He was a year behind me. I think he was a year behind me.
How about Walter? How about Walter?
Coleman was, Charlie and Bob and Walter. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure that any one of them. Walter was probably a couple of years ahead of us. I think Bob might have been a year ahead.
When did you graduate?
72.
I graduated 70.
Where?
Southside.
No.
Played with Little Rock Park, I think it's Scott. So I like this student. So anyway, but I just knew a bunch of guys from that played Bradbury. I think he graduated in 74. But he was a freshman when I was a junior. So I was a junior.
I thought he was just a year behind me. He would have been 73.
It might have been. Well, okay, that's right. Because it would have been 2 years behind you. You graduated in 72. I graduated in 71. And he was 2 years behind me because I was a junior and he was a freshman. And I played baseball at Arkansas, and he and I, we were together on all the road.
Is that right?
He was a great golfer. He was really good.
I just saw something. I don't
He
look
passed away.
Yeah, that's
a massive heart attack. Do you remember a kid that played at Northeast and Juan Rome?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to honor tonight
And then when I went to FCA camp,
the 1975 Little Rock Central High basketball team. This team, in their 3 years in Little Rock Central, only lost 2 games.
Oh, Central used to have some great
They were the conference champions and the overall state champions. Also, we had the 1975 Little Rock Central High track team, state champions. A fun fact for Little Rock Central's track team, we're in the Guinness Book of World Records for having 21 straight conference championships from 1921 to 1942.
Running back and receiver.
Let's give it up one more time for the 1975 Little Rock Central High track team and basketball team. True champions. Y'all look good for 50 years ago.
Just running right through the building.
I guess so.
Back out the door over there on the other side. And that indoor facility, you can see it now. It is impressive. Couldn't see it when your son was in it.
I walked a little bit through it because they were directing me. Sorry, I'm walking through it this way. And see us upstairs. And I looked and said, wow. And I was with Coach Preston's wife.
But yeah, like I said, that's my neighbor.
Oh yeah, and she followed me, and you guys, y'all need to go down. And then when we got down, well, you need to go all the way there. I said, well, at least we're getting to walking in it.
Boys, that's a long ways going.
Yeah, man.
We parked right over there.
That's why I put
What's up, man? They introduced the track team. You weren't down there.
They did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
75. 75 track and basketball team. No kidding.
Are you kidding?
No, that's who it is right now. 75 track and basketball.
And I was 72, so those are a bunch of babies to me.
Yeah, that's right.
We could have gone down there with them.
I should have.
Yeah.
They would have never known to do it.
They'd never know.
Up we had.
Yeah, they wondered who the extra person was.
Little Rock Central
The only one that wouldn't have known was that shooter on top of the building.
Coached by Bernie
You guys
Cox
ready to go back?
and I see Coach Siegel down there also. And 21 game win streak,
3 points.
Yeah.
3 points, man.
13-1 their senior year with 5 shutouts. Let's give it up for the 2004 Little Rock Central High.
Welcome back here. We're at the half. Southside leads 28-zip. And gentlemen, it was just a first half where Southside really did pretty much what they wanted to do for the bulk of the game. In fact, they were only stopped one time in the game. But other than that, Southside dominated on both sides of the ball.
Well, when you're able to control, like they did, to control the ball the first time they had it, and then all the other times, heck, they got the ball on the 50 yards going in. So they had short fields to work with. So everything kind of played into Southside's favor.
Again, we're at the half. Southside leads 28-zip. And you talk about the line play. It was a defensive line, I thought, that Sherrod being out there, the place he was making, and then Daniel Morales and Safer, they control the line of scrimmage, and we were almost chuckling up here. How many times did we see grabs and holds trying to keep them out of the backfield?
Every play. Every single play they were getting held.
As we kind of look at the first half scoring summary, Little Rock Central got the ball first, guys. They took it on their own 20-yard line, and that was another key to the game, I thought, guys. You you mentioned the field position, Coach Pogue, was the fact the job that Rodrigo Hernandez did on the kickoffs. The 2 kickoffs that were returned got to the 21 and 22-yard line. So if you're grading on a scale, I'd say they're probably an A+ right now.
No kidding. I mean, he's kicked 3 in the end zone and 2 of them returned, and for the best field position that they had was the 22-yard line.
Pretty impressive when you make them start all the way back there every dadgum.
I will have to say this: Southside did turn the ball over on 4th down, and they did get the ball around the 30 when they turned the ball over on downs.
That's fair. We'll give you that one, Coach.
Yeah.
Your average field position, though, is going to be Southside. For the most part, started on their own 40 there at the end of the half, and then started the first drive on their 20. Other than that, it's pretty much everything's been in Little Rock Central territory, or I guess it really has been. So it's a lot easier to coach when you've got that little field to work with. But Little Rock Central took the ball to start the ball game. They run 5 plays and have to punt the ball away. But guys, the key play in that series was Central was actually moving the football, hitting those little swing passes and getting out front. But then they got the big penalty. I think in Coach Bogus, what you said earlier, that kind of took them out of their offense on what they could do by making it 2nd, 3rd, and long, and they end up having to punt the ball away.
I think they're better when they can move the ball for. Well, most teams are anyway, so it's not just them. But when you're always either behind the sticks or you got 3rd and long, it just makes it tougher. When you can't, I don't think they throw the ball down the field very well. They can throw the side stuff. Now they did hit that one pass when he broke containment and the receiver got behind our defender and had a big play there. But that's the only pass they threw downfield that was even remotely close.
They almost had to throw that one.
Well, yeah,
because how the play was developing.
Yeah.
Well, you saw the athleticism of the Kennedy kid on that play to be able to move out because he was actually moving back when he threw the football. But Southside gets that first initial stop. They get the ball on their own 20-yard line, which, as we mentioned earlier, that was the worst field position Southside had starting in the ball game. They go 13 plays. They go up 7-zip, a 1-yard touchdown run by Malachi Warren. Did a great job of mixing the run with the pass. And really for the passing game, we talked about this in the pregame, guys, was getting Blake Forsgren going, get some confidence after, he struggled a bit last week. They did a lot of short passes. But doing those short passes, you've got guys like Peyton Zimmerman that they catch a short pass can make that into a long game.
Well, and we saw Terrell Warren catch the wheel route out of the backfield and score on it. It's about a 30-yard pass play. So, those short passes, they just I always thought they helped that quarterback get warmed up, and then they kind of hit those 3 balls, those deep balls, once they get tuned in.
Little Rock Central gets the ball back, and this I thought was a key part of the game, guys. 3 and out. Punt the ball away. Southside, great field position at the Little Rock Central 45-yard line. They go 4 plays, 45 yards. Touchdown pass on a swing pass out from Blake Forsgren to the running back, Terrell Warren. Southside's in the end zone. Good to see, and you guys talked about this. Good to see Terrell Warren using those hands catching the football.
Yeah, he ran like this. Terrell said that the wheel route, and that's what he ran. And when Blake got sacked, they had the wheel route open on that one too. So it's something that maybe they'll come back to it. I don't know.
I always say keep that one in your back pocket.
Yeah,
it's going to be there all night. I don't think they've covered it yet.
Little Rock Central gets the ball back. They'll start this drive, and this was the theme of the night, guys. They start this drive on their 21-yard line, which at the time was the best field position that Little Rock Central had. They go 3 and out. They had actually switched quarterbacks in when we put Bjork in the ball game, and looked like they might get a little spark there, but the Southside defense steps up again Again, they go back to that defensive line, really controlling the line of scrimmage, and took them out of that, forced another punt. Southside takes over at the 47-yard line. First play of the drive, they do a post pattern. Blake Forsgren to Peyton Zimmerman, 46 yards down to the 1-yard line, and then Forsgren does it himself on a keeper, a 1-yard touchdown run.
Blake's been, that little read option that he's been doing, a big play against Northside. It's worked every time except once, and he's going to have to be able to do that to keep the defense honest somewhat.
Well, that's another dimension to his game, guys, is the fact that he's able to run with the football. I kind of go back to the Northside quarterback last week. He was in the pocket, and you could just kind of tee off because he wasn't able to get out of the pocket. It does make a difference. Southside kicks off again. Hernandez kicks the ball in the end zone. Little Rock Central runs 4 plays, have to punt the ball away. Southside gets it back, and then Southside finally they get the ball. I believe actually there was a turnover on that. Malachi Warren gets the turnover. Southside great field position to 33-yard line, but give credit to the Central defense. They step up big, get that stop, and then they get their best field position of the night due to the stop, which at the time you're thinking we're ahead 21 zip at that time. You're thinking that's a big play for Little Rock Central maybe to get back in the ball game.
Right.
Yeah, it could have been, but again, defense, man, steps up, shuts them down. That's what I hope to see this whole second half. Get this thing in the mercy rule and then just let the defense take over.
Mercy rule is always nice when you're in Little Rock or you're in Mountain Home.
Get on the road.
Get on the road and let's go hit that quick trip down in Maumelle on the way out of here.
Start up the buses, Piper.
Well, Mr. Piper has to take all the girls to eat Taco Bell after
That's
the game.
right.
So, yeah, we know where that's going.
Raising
Cane's tonight. Yeah, I found something local. I saw Church's Chicken on the way in. You might hit that quick and get out of there. So, Southside gets the ball over. This time they'll take the ball again, and this is on the 25-yard line of Little Rock Central. Great field position. That was the one where they punted the ball and they get the interference penalty. Wilson Keys bumped into as he tries to make the fair catch. Southside runs 2 plays, gets the touchdown, but obviously key play, actually it's 4 plays. The key play, Southside had second down, 2nd and 18. They hit Blake Forsgren to Peyton Zimmerman for a 16-yard completion, a very makeable 3rd and 2, and then Southside's able to finish the drive. I was a little surprised. Terrell Warren makes a nice run down to the 6-yard line. Next play, you're thinking maybe they'll pound it in, but they decide to pass it, and you've got a wide-open Peyton Zimmerman in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown, completing the scoring of the first half. Southside here at halftime leads 28-zip.
That was a very well played first half of Southside. They kind of, far mixing the run and the pass. Sometimes coaches, like to give other guys a shot at touchdowns, and particularly in a game like this that maybe you don't. We always have a term we kind of speed dial it or spin dial it and whatever it lands on. That's what we run, but, that's what he gave an opportunity for Peyton to score a touchdown, and then Blake scored one himself. Then Malachi scored one, and Terrell scored one. So 4 guys had an opportunity to score a touchdown tonight. So that's good. That's spreading the wealth. Makes everybody happy. Makes moms happy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, a really good first half for Southside, 28-zip. And, as we go into the second half here, obviously if Southside goes down and gets a touchdown, we're in the mercy rule. And, I wouldn't be surprised coming out here, Little Rock Central doesn't try an onside kick.
I think you almost have to. You got to do something to try to change the momentum of this whole thing.
Well, they went for it. I believe the ball was about the 43-yard line. They went for it on 4th down, trying to make some things happen. But it's been one of those games where I think the Southside, if you're Southside Maverick, you got to be really pleased with the first half, and it's a confidence builder. And the more I see of this team, I think this team is going to surprise some teams this year. I think that you've got some kids, the Malachi Warren kid, you've got some other kids, and I think this D-line, from what I've seen the first 2 weeks now, you're going to play probably some better offensive lines than what we've seen so far this year, but I think they're going to surprise some people.
Well, I just know this senior bunch is a really good bunch, good core people, good core young men that I think that you can build around and are leaders. And, I just think that what you have right there, you got a mixture of some of the older guys, some of the seniors. It's mixed in with some juniors and a few sophomores. And I agree with you, Keith. I think they're going to surprise some people. I've thought that all along. I thought they might be better than what people give them credit for. And they're just good young men. I'm not around them a bunch anymore, but I still go there and hang out, and I still do FCA at Southside with Coach Brunk, and we have football players in there, and I've always thought that if you had that type of culture that where they're involved in some kind of Christian club, that it bodes well for your team one way or the other.
Terrell, I want to throw a name out there, and I want you to comment on this one. We've seen him play some, and I've seen him make some plays when he's out there. Webb Norman.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of plays. And actually, I was about to say this one, kind of echo something Coach Polk was talking about earlier, is even some of our guys that are real young, except for the very youngest on our squads, almost all of them have had a lot of playing time in the seasons before now. So you got some young guys out there still, but you got probably the most experience we've had on the Southside football team in a long time. And, Norman's kind of one of those new names for us, but in a lot of plays. So that's what I expect to see in the second half. Some of the newer guys that hadn't necessarily had all the snaps that some of our older guys, upperclassmen, have had, actually getting out there and, taking over the second half.
Well, yeah, guys, and the good thing, too, is you're going to see a lot of these younger players hopefully get some playing time here in the second half. And always the key is if you want to play the game as long as you can, but if you can't get into a mercy real early, that's always a good thing, just in the fact that you're saving injuries.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and exactly. Wear and tear. So it does make a difference.
Get home early.
Yes.
Especially for an away game. That's exactly right.
Yeah, we're actually on our first leg of a 3-game road trip that I know we're all pretty excited about. We go to Little Rock Southwest next week and then finish at Mountain Home. And, guys, that Mountain Home game to me is going to be a key ball game on the season. You look at the game, I know everybody's pretty much got I think if you were going to pair it out by what you read in the magazines, what you hear on TV and everything, that you're probably your top 3, obviously Greenwood, Shiloh Christian, Mountain Home. Maybe that's a chance for this Maverick team to maybe surprise and sneak into that top 3.
Well, that's what you want for playoff season, man. You want to get in that at least top 4, but you get top 3 or top 2. I mean, then you're talking about a possible bye week in that first round of the playoffs, but at least a home game. I mean, that in this conference, that's huge.
Again, we're at the half. This has been a long halftime. They didn't start the 20-minute clock until
halfway through.
Yeah, and they moved it down to 11. I think it's actually about a 30-minute halftime. But we're disappointed in our friend Pat McCarty. They were honoring the 75 track team, and he's a big track guy. We talk about that, and he's a big track central guy here, and we were trying to encourage him to go down there and see what he could
recognize,
so he could find out, but didn't make it down there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to each week of this team, guys, seeing what we've got. And you kind of go back to last year. You look at some of the ball games. Lake Hamilton, I think that was a game. Southside controlled that football game up until about 10 minutes left in the ball game. That's when Hamilton made the move to get back in the game. And that Shiloh game, Terrell, that was for me and you. That was kind of a weird situation. We were ahead 20-3 at half, but we didn't feel good.
No, we always joked about it then. It was like even on we get the other team 3rd and long, and they got us right where they want us. It seemed like that's how that whole second half went in that one.
Yeah, I've got a score here. My sister-in-law, Deanne Evans, sent me a score. Alma getting beat tonight 35-7 by Hot Springs. Looks like it may be a tough year for the Alma Airedales.
Oh, the Airedales.
Yep, but it's just you never know. You're playing early. You don't know what matchups are. You might even play a team like this. We're playing a 7A team. We're 6A. That doesn't really matter. I mean, you're looking at what Greenwood's doing to some of these 7A West teams, and there's not that much difference between the two. Maybe a little more depth. Coaches will tell you different on that, but I think you look at this Little Rock Central team. I don't think there's a lot of depth on that team.
No.
So.
But I think with the new facilities, a lot of these kids won't move off. Because a lot of these kids end up going to Bryant or Joe T. Robinson.
North Little Rock.
Places like that. And I think with the quarterback being a 9th grader, I think he's going to be good. I mean, really good down the road.
Yeah, they should have a good core.
Well,
coming back for a couple of years.
I go back to that team that beat Mitch Mustang when they were juniors and just wore them out, and all those 5 or 6 D1 players they had. And when Coach Williams was at Southside, we were talking one time, and I think Scooter Register was the coach then at Central, and I said, man, I hope he brings them back and everything. Coach Williams says, you don't want that, because you know what you're getting with this Central group. They get it going again, and they're a powerhouse.
Well, Little Rock kind of digressed there for a while, and I think they're trying to get it back. But I know this, when Little Rock area, and particularly Little Rock, when they are good, like Central, Hall, Parkview, Mills, some of these teams in the Pulaski County that's out of the Little Rock School District, when they're good and they have athletes, well, most of them have gone to to Arkansas, and that's when Arkansas has been better.
Yep.
But it's just times have changed. It's just heck, I think seniors now can get NIL money.
Yeah, that's right.
And so,
well, that's crazy.
It is crazy. It's not a they're running sports. At least I feel that way.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. What was kind of funny, I was watching that Oregon-Oklahoma State game, and Gundy comes up saying, I got a $7 million budget. Mr. Nike over here at Oregon, $40 million. And, they're complaining, he's trash talking us. No, he's just telling the truth.
That's right.
That's what it is. And your teams that are going to do good will have the money to do it if they spend it wisely. Now, if they're the Dallas Cowboys and they have, it ain't going to happen. But, otherwise, that's what it's going to. And that's why a lot of your old coaches like Nick Saban and folks like that's why they got out of it. Krzyzewski in basketball.
So you think Jerry should have paid Micah Parsons?
Oh, yes, I do.
I think
he looked like it last night that he should.
I think when he went over and laid on that trainer's table and during that exhibition game, I think that was the
end of the road.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to have a little bit somewhere where your principal. I understand what type of player he is, but
eat nachos during the game.
Yeah, but. What do they get? They get a all-pro nose tackle.
But
they get 2 number 1s.
Yeah, but your 2 number 1s are going to be basically number 2s. But
that's fair.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. You say that, Coach, and I always laugh because someone said that. You remember Charles Haley that played for the Cowboys?
Oh,
if Charles Haley had saw Micah Parsons laying there sleeping, he'd have yanked him up off of there.
That's right.
That's true.
Southside get the ball to start the second half here, and here's the kickoff. It's going to be returnable. It'll be Peyton Zimmerman on the return. He's at the 20-yard line, and something didn't look right there. Yeah, it's going to be
look like clothesline to me.
Yeah.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty. Southside will have good field position here as we start the second half. Southside ahead 28-zip.
They'll still have their worst field position.
Yeah.
Well, no, the first drive of the game.
I was on the 20. You're right.
Yeah.
Since then.
What I do like about this, too, if Southside gets in the mercy rule, is just the fact that you're going to see some kids get to play. And, Coach, you know this well. Terrell, you know this well. You're going to see some kids that practice hard every day will get a chance to get some varsity action. And as we said, too, it's also a chance, too, to build some depth.
That's it. And later in the season, you're going to really appreciate being able to do that early because you're going to need some of those guys that are going to get some snaps today.
Well, you just want to make sure you get out of here without any injuries.
Good to see Layden Rowe back in the ballgame, speaking of that.
And making plays.
Going to be a handoff. That's going to be inside handoff. That's Terrell Warren. Crosses the 45, gets away. We'll get across midfield up to the 48-yard line. Nice run by Mr. Warren. First down, Southside.
The most impressive thing about that, he kept it. When he got kind of stopped, he kept churning. He kept his legs moving, and ended up giving about 8 or 9 more yards.
Well, we've seen that on several plays 2 weeks ago and this week, too, him doing that, Coach. And he has kind of a low center of gravity, too. When he looks like he bends down a little bit when he runs. He's not an easy target to bring down.
No.
Southside looking to throw here. There's Fours going to throw the ball. It's going to be complete.
Oh, he caught it, too. Nice.
That's a good play by that defender.
There's that wheel route again, Coach.
Yeah. And you try to, and the first pass Blake threw to him, he kind of lofted it to him.
Mm-hmm.
That when he threw it into that window, because I guess Blake saw that safety coming over.
And how much confidence is that in your player when you
yeah
do that? They've done it twice now. Here's Vinthong on the handoff. He's got a big hole up the middle, cuts
Good
inside.
move.
He's inside the 20, fights his way down to about the 18-yard line.
He's a good little runner.
He is.
He's a hard runner.
Yeah.
Well, Southside going down quick. Again, they lead 28-zip. We've got 10:46 to go here in the ball game. Joey Dabina going to check back into the ball game for the Mavs. Again, they'll have Vinthong in the backfield along with Forsgren. There's handoff to Vinthong. Guys, what I like about that play right there, guys, did you see how quick Vinthong got to the line of scrimmage?
Yeah. I tell you what, Southside's offense, Coach Stewart he does a great job anyway, but it's just that offensive line is probably one of the better offensive line as a group from tackle to tackle that they've had in a while.
That group with 2 years ago.
Yeah, when they had Branham and Cooper Anderson and that, but you had Nick Arnold who was a sophomore starting then. They didn't. I'm trying to think who they have at center.
And second down, 2nd and 6 Mavs. Here's a handoff to Vinthong again on the inside. He's going to fight his way down inside the 10-yard line. Spot him right at the 10-yard line. Bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 1 for the Mavs. This will be the 6th play of the opening drive that started on the south side 36-yard line. Going to check the touchdown maker into the ball game. Malachi Warren will check in.
Touchdown maker, I like it.
He's definitely the power runner, but his little brother is about as good. Yeah, so he bounced it.
They're going to get him on the outside, going to lose yardage. Bring up 4th down. See what the Mavs want to do here. I'm not sure you don't come in here 28-zip, give Rodrigo or Hernandez maybe a chance to kick a field goal. That's what Southside's going to do, bring Hernandez in for a field goal attempt. Good job by the Central defense, guys, stepping up there at the end. It's going to be a 32-yard field goal from the right hash mark. Ball's down, kick is up. Your kick is
good.
No good.
Wide left.
Wide left. It's kind of hard to tell because that thing came bouncing off
the back wall.
It's an 8-play drive for the Mavs. They were able to use up about 3 minutes. See who comes out at quarterback. They've kind of had a quarterback shuffle here. Bryson Kennedy will check in, getting a message here from old buddy Bo Loftus, talking about the Mavs taking it to him tonight. Bo has a lot of fun times up here at Quigley Stadium. Here's a handoff up the middle. He's going to be hit, dropped after about maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain. Coach, in a situation like this, down 28-zip, Southside being able to move the football like they have, do you think they're going to – one of the things they were able to do at times was able to establish the run with Ray Stewart. Do you think they'll try that? Now they go to the passing.
Tell you what, Central's still got a lot of fight in them. You don't want to. When you're down 28-0, you can't score. You can't score 28 points on one drive. So you just try to just run your stuff and try to execute what you can do best.
Well, for them, it seems like it's Ben Stewart. Here's on the handoff again, and he makes the cut up the middle. There's Ethan Dunn for the Mavs, along with, I believe that's Perez getting off the pile.
What they don't want to do, Southside don't want to get too comfortable in this play soft and not aggressive, and that's where sometimes they've gotten in a situation where they start, and I
nice play.
I remember the Little Rock Southwest last year, and we were up big, and then all of a sudden we just kind of started playing soft, and they scored a ton of points.
Got right back in it.
Yeah, that was Dwight Johnson over there on the play. They're going to check Zeke Thomas in the ball game from Malachi Warren. Got third down, third and about 7. Yeah, you're right. The thing is, though, when you do start slowing down, just tell them, hey, you're going to change your practice habits if you do. So just finish it, be happy, and go on. There should be a penalty on the left guard raised up. There's a pass down the field. He's open for the completion. That's C.J. Watt.
Should have been a personal foul right there.
Well, you got some enthusiasm from the PA guy. Still going at it. 1st and 10 at the Southside 32-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there. There's a handoff to Stewart again. Makes a nice move, and he's going to gain about 10 yards.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sitting here watching. He made some good catches. He's a
hard runner.
He runs real hard.
1st and 10, 10-yard run for Stewart. But running Stewart, though, that opens up the passing game, too. And they're going to actually get it back to Stewart. He's going to be hit, dropped at the 20-yard line, maybe to the 19-yard line, bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 7. Again, 6:58 to go here, third quarter. Southside leads 28-zip. I call it 2nd down, 8. They'll actually spot it at the 19-yard line. Best drive of the night for the Central Tigers. Got a key stop on Southside's opening drive. Prez wanted to come from the outside. Now he's going to tuck it, going to run with it, and going to get inside the 15, maybe to the 14-yard line, bring up 3rd down, 3rd and about 3.
About as big of a 3rd down as we've had tonight, defense.
So you look at the size of Kennedy, though, and there's a handoff to Stewart. He's going to be hit. He did not get it. They're going to spot him back at the 14-yard line. We'll bring up 4th down. That Kennedy kid's a big kid, guys.
Yes, he is.
For a 9th grader. Obviously 4 downs here.
Okay, Terrell, that last play was a big down, so is this one.
This one right.
Yeah.
Here's a real big play.
4th down, 4th and 3.
Southside's going to bring pressure and
throw the ball out, going to be complete. He'll get inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. Maddox Perez over there to make the play for Southside. Well, gentlemen, the key is to get a stop here. I mean, you still got a ball game. They score a touchdown here.
Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
That's kind of what I was going to allude to right before the half. Don't give them anything to get excited about. They're going to run it here, and there's a nice move to the outside by Layden Rowe, but he gets outside that Stewart down to the goal line, just short of the touchdown.
Why are they stopping the clock on that?
Helmet came off, maybe.
Oh.
They need to talk.
It's got to be the 4th or 5th time we've seen a helmet come off in this.
Was it number 4 again?
No, it was
lineman.
actually a different one.
Yeah, it was a lineman. I think it was 75. The 2nd goal from the 1-yard line. Stewart showed what he's about right there, guys, turning that corner. Rowe looked like he had it right there. He'll hand it to Stewart. Boy, he's hitting the backfield. There's nothing. I'm trying to think who got off that pile, but that was a nice play. Defensive side, I think that.
Is that Morales?
I think it is Morales.
It's 55. It's Morales.
Morales again, yeah. We got 3rd and goal, 4:20 to go here. Southside leads 28-zip.
They're going to run something outside. Nope. Yep.
They might reconsider that play.
There's Malachi Warren. What makes, and also on the play was number 26 for Southside, Isaac Parker. Parker, big ball game tonight. But what makes Malachi Warren so special, guys, is that speed coming around to make the play from the backside.
Backside, that's right. You got a quarterback shuffle again, Keith.
Yeah, but York, I think this will be a keeper right here.
I do
They're going to
too.
fake that to Stewart. He's going to run the ball here. And 4th down, 4th and 3. Good job by Southside so far on defense, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Got him
and
from the back. Ball's out.
Southside going to get it. Look, that's
a great play.
Ethan Dunn over there.
Yeah.
What a great stand, though, by
I
Southside.
guarantee it.
That's first ahead. What,
4
second
plays
down?
on the 2-yard line?
Yeah, 3 plays on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they were down. Yeah. First, second goal to the 2-yard line. And then Stewart, they tried to pound it. Took up quite a bit of time. That was an 8-play drive. Good job by the Southside defense. And what you guys were alluding to earlier is don't slack up, and that's exactly what you saw with this Southside defense. Be 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line for the Mavs. Going to hand the ball off on a reverse. Going to cut it back out. And Peyton Zimmerman about 1 step away maybe from being a foot race. He reminds me a lot. I'll throw a name out, guys, and help me with the name, Coach Pogue. Doug White's son. He played receiver for Southside. Cannot think of his first name. That's who Zimmerman reminds me of. Every time he touched the ball, he could Luke White. Yeah, Luke White. Could take the ball to the house anytime he touched it. There's a handoff to Terrell
They've
Warren.
done a pretty good job of stacking the middle there the last 2 times.
Going to be a bit short.
That is, that's about the 3rd time in a row that they've, I don't know where they're running inside zone or some kind of counter.
Yeah, this has been a fast 3rd quarter. Southside again leads 28-zip. We've got 2:28 to go here. There's Terrell Warren again, and ball's on the ground, and Southside going to get it back.
They got 2nd and 1 and don't get it.
This will be the first punt of the night. Let's see who Southside puts in to punt. They're going to have Wilson Key punt the ball away. Southside's pretty good at the punting situation with Wilson Key and Dallas De La Souce. I thought De La Souce had a nice punt.
Yes, sure did.
This will be the best starting field position of the night for Little Rock Central. It's a good snap. There's the kick. Low line drive kick. That ball's just not turning over for either team.
No, neither one. When it hits, it just goes either backward or straight up.
I'll tell you what I think it is, guys, and you guys may disagree. I think it's a soft football.
Well, they were complaining pregame over that, football not being aired up enough.
I don't know about the wind, but it sure is windy coming through here.
That's like a crosswind. I can hear it on the headset.
Yeah.
Getting 1:38 to go here. This will be the best field position of the night for the Tigers at the 44-yard line. Southside coming off a really nice defensive stand. 2nd goal from the 2-yard line. Southside holds on downs, gets the ball back at the 10, is unable to get a first down, punts it back to Central. First punt of the night for the Mavs. Then you got Kennedy back in at quarterback. Stewart in the backfield. The ball off to Stewart. He's got the corner. That's definitely the game for Central, guys. I think it's running Stewart, giving 20, 25 carries a game.
Yeah, I think that's what you're seeing is they know what their bread and butter is, and they're kind of getting back to it to try to get on the board.
Yeah, you haven't really seen that swing pass. Kind of got away from that. Tried to get Stewart going in the first quarter, which they weren't really able to do early, and kind of took them out of their game, down 28 points here. And 2nd down, and there's a hold. Going to throw the ball. It's going to be incomplete. We got a flag. I think they saw the hold on that one. The thing about Little Rock Central, you can actually tell who the party is that does the holding because the hands always go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an easy call. He had him by the shoulder pad, was pulling him down. And I agree with you guys. They could call holding every penalty, every play. But you don't want to see that. You don't want to hold the game up. But there's also times when it's so obvious that you have to call it.
You have to call it. You have to call the obvious. I guess it's always better when they call it against the other team.
Yeah. Going to bring up.
But see, there's another situation, and I know they're going to have to strike early.
It's good coverage.
But or they got to strike. They got to score. But they're better off by running the football and then throwing those short passes. Now they've hit some long passes down the middle or whatever, but the percentages of those being completed is low.
Well, especially if you're throwing a lot of them.
And
back there waiting on them.
That was nice coverage too, guys, by Webb Norman on that
Yeah.
play. Actually, he took away the middle of the field.
Right.
Be 3rd down, 3rd and 12 for Central, Southside.
That's a penalty.
They haven't called that all night. Now they've called a timeout, and Southside going to take a timeout.
Smart call, Coach.
Hope nobody sees that. That's twice, isn't it, guys, that they've done that tonight? Yeah. And let's go ahead and take a timeout, too. You watch the Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Okay, gentlemen, you guys are going to have to come up with the Autoplex hit of the game tonight. Been a lot of good plays by this Southside defense. I know Mr. Dunn's always one that you're going to have to look at. And Malachi Warren, some big hits tonight. That was nice coverage, though, by Webb Norman getting out there and hitting one-on-one. But what he didn't use his hands, used his body to shield, because that was actually going to be a post pass. He takes it away.
Oh,
nice. That's a lateral.
Get on the ball.
There's a block in the back.
Yeah.
That was
He's hurt too, man.
That's not the guy you want picking up that fumble is Ray Stewart. Makes a nice run, but that Southside's got to react better to that.
that was coaches tell you all the time, swing passes, go get them.
Go get it anyway.
No
That's
matter
right.
what.
Doesn't cost you anything.
No. That was a big blunder on their part. And was that Maddox that limped off?
Yeah, I think he's
he's
cramping.
got cramping.
And Elligan checked in the ball game. They're down to 1 second, and they just get. I think we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout.
Yeah, they got a timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it here, guys. That's a play though. You could see that was definitely a lateral. That was an easy.
Oh yeah, that was
And we started celebrating a little bit early on that. And I know coaches, but
if we had ran after it, we would have probably scored.
yes, there was a chance to pick that up. It was a smart play by Stewart, nonetheless, to go back and pick that ball up and run it, and almost get the first down. Now they've made it's very makeable. Instead of 4th down and about 35, now they've got 4th and about 3. So the key is you do just enough, guys, to give you something to work on in practice.
That's right.
Well, the second half is they've not as executed as well as they did the first half. And a lot of it's Central. Central's they have some players over there.
If they changed their scheme up any on defense, it maybe could have contributed to maybe slowing.
I think they did. For the inside run, yes.
There's a handoff to Stewart.
He got first down.
Yeah, he got the first down. I believe that was Ethan Dunn there to make the play for the Mavs. Down to 1:04 to go here. Southside leads 28-zip. I'm trying to think where we were at, and they were down really big, and the guy kept trying to go first down, and nobody in the stands would say anything. inside back handoff. That's actually Bjork in there at running back. He may be that transfer of Bjork. I'm not sure. He may be the kid that came over from. They got a quarterback transfer in from Maumelle. We'll lose a yard on the play, bring up second down, 2nd and 11. We're down to 25 seconds to go here before the end of the quarter. Have to run one more play. Pitch it out. That's Stewart on the end. Going to make a nice run inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. See, I think I'll spot him back at the 24, and that should be the end of the quarter right there, down to 4 seconds. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Southside leads here 28-zip. Be back at the start of the fourth quarter after this. You watch the Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we're not just about fixing cars. We're committed to providing the best customer experience. Our team is here to guide you through every step of the repair process. We make it easy.
Welcome back to action here. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 2 for Central Ohio at the Southside 23-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. Southside leads 28-zip. Run the ball to Stewart. They get some penetration in the backfield. Stewart gets away, and he'll be hit, and see where the mark's going to be.
4th down. It's still by no gain.
Hey guys, I've always said this too, and I know that it's not taught. You don't see too many teams do it, but you don't ever see quarterbacks take the ball under center on, say, 4th and maybe half a yard. Now, this is 2 yards. Obviously, you can't do it here. Southside looking like they want to blitz here.
They're going to.
I think that's kind of been the difference for Southside.
He's going to bounce it out.
Guys, you may want to add to our hit of the game right there. That's taking 2 players out at once.
Yeah. Hey, listen, when Ethan Dunn's going downhill.
Look at Coach on him, boy.
Hit the first guy, then take out the second guy. I've always said this about Ethan Dunn, guys. He's that one guy that if he makes a tackle, you don't gain an extra half yard.
No.
I think it's kind of key for Southside, 11-13 to go here. Obviously, he had 28-zip. They need to go down here and get a touchdown, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not going to hurt you as far as mercy rule and all that goes at this point. But
well, I think it's just kind of building on things.
Yeah.
Get the ball out. It's going to be complete. That's Zimmerman. Cuts it back to the inside, makes a nice move. First man miss across the 45-yard line up to the 47-yard line. Peyton's had a quietly good ball game tonight, guys.
Well, all he gets is 15-yard carry. That's it.
He's got to be approaching 100 yards tonight.
Yeah, it's real close. 60, 80. Yeah, right at 95.
Yeah, because he had 43 on that pitch and catch in the first half. Forsgren wants to throw again, has time, will throw the ball, throws it complete. That's Peyton Zimmerman again.
There's his 100.
Coach Pogue, I want you to comment on this. I love that play. It looked like they were wanting to try to hit something big there, but Blake Forsgren did a great job of really tucking that ball back and finding the open man, getting positive yardage.
Keeping his eyes downfield.
It's just, it's just a dump off pass to your hot receiver, and he just settled down inside, right there in front, in the middle. They have different routes that they'll run on certain plays, and
Gonna throw the ball out. That's Wilson Key. There's some nice blocking off that corner. Cuts it across the 40 to 38-yard line. And again, the unsung hero on that play and on about 3 plays tonight has been Tanner Stacy. And you guys were talking about that earlier.
That was good blocking.
Yeah.
Both them and Zimmerman.
Yeah, if you're getting the blocking out there with Zimmerman and Key, they're going to make some big plays.
Right.
1st and 10, Mavs. This will be the 4th play of the drive that started at the south side 31-yard line. Looking to throw the ball. Ford's going to throw. That's a nice pitch and catch right there to Zimmerman. Gets inside the 20-yard line. That's called threading the needle, guys. I think they had a talking to on the sideline. What do you think?
Well, they've thrown it, 5 straight times?
Yes. I'd like to do that wheel route again. They got Venthong in the backfield now.
He's got the speed.
Let's see what kind of hands he's got. We're going to hand it off here. That's a nice cutback by Venthong, and he's going to be going forward for about 3 or 4 yards.
Did you ever have your quarterback do that lead block?
Well, I don't think lead block, but just carry out your fake.
I think he's out there blocking out in front of Venthong that time.
Blake?
Yeah.
Block?
Yeah, he just took it. Yeah. He just took off right through the hole, right in front of him.
Well, and you had Webb on your team, didn't you have him
as
a quarterback for a while?
Is that right?
How about Mike Webb?
No, Jaden Webb.
Oh, Zayden Webb, yeah.
Second down, 2nd and 7 for the Mavs. It's a nice move by Venthong. I like bringing him in the ball game, getting him some work, guys. He's done a good job tonight.
Yeah.
I think they may have taken Warren out just to give him a chance to sit out a series after that fumble.
To quote the great Keith Evans, give him a blow.
Got to do what you got to do sometimes. Now, 8:45 to go here in the ball game. Southside leads 28-zip. It's been a scoreless second half. Give credit to this Little Rock Central team here in the second half. Actually move the ball, probably have time of possession on the Mavs as Forsgren wants to throw. He steps up in the pocket, and now we're just going to eat the ball right there and be thrown for a loss. Bring up 4th down.
See, you got to get rid of the ball there. I mean, you're 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you, one of the best quarterbacks we had as far as getting rid of the football was Matt O'Neill. And that does make it, you're right, it does make a difference on that yardage, and he's got to get rid of that football because your line gave him time.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just throw it at the goalpost. The 4th down for the Mavs. They'll go for it here. Going to throw the ball to the corner of the end zone. He's open. Well, he knocked out about a great catch over there. That was Peyton Zimmerman on the catch. He did a great job, guys, of keeping those feet in bounds, too. Yeah. Speaking of that, guys, y'all see the catch that Isaac Teslaw made last week?
Oh, yeah. Man, that's pretty in the end zone.
You can't explain to me why he was never used at Arkansas.
Not as much as he could or should have been.
Yeah. 1st and goal for the Mavs. There's Venthong on the handoff, fights his way inside, will work down. And, Coach, talk about this. I like what he's doing on the running. He's actually turning that body sideways where you really can't get a good shot at him getting that extra yard.
He weighs about 145. He doesn't weigh a lot.
140.
140. He's kind of slitherly. And he just kind of worms his way through there. It's not.
Let's see what Malachi Warren does this time. The last time he tried to bust that outside, I bet he goes between the tackles on this play.
Kind of hides behind them big linemen.
He's 2nd and goal for the Mavs. Here's a handoff to Warren. Goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Southside.
Walk-in touchdown. How many carries you got for him tonight? I got 4 carries and 2 touchdowns. Last week it's 3 carries and 2 touchdowns.
Well, they're going to use him on
goal line,
goal line and short yardage.
He's a thumper.
Well, they learned something from the previous series when they were down here and they had a chance to get the first down. He tried to pop it outside, and that's a good thing too, that you learn from what happens in the ball game. That's what he did. That was a nice, good power run to get in the end zone for Southside if they can.
Well, Southside did a good job of blocking on that particular play, and
big extra point here. It's up. Extra point's good. Southside leads 35-zip. Be back with the Maverick kickoff after this. Watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to BurtonPools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
Transparent and stress-free. And with convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, your repair is always close to home. At Autoplex, your satisfaction is our priority. Visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today and see why customers trust Autoplex.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex,
Welcome back to action. Here there was a 10-play, 69-yard drive for the Mavs, a 4-yard touchdown run by Malachi Warren. Southside now in the mercy rule, 35-zip. This will be a returnable ball for Little Rock Central. Going to get him at about the 21-yard line.
Southside done a great job at covering when the ball didn't get into the end zone.
Just consistently right at the 20-yard line. I've been impressed with it. Well, they say kick into your coverage.
Yeah.
Well, their best return was to the 22-yard line, and I don't know why we don't have a mercy rule going here. 35-zip.
You don't start. It'll start running at the snap of the ball.
You don't think it's a little home cooking?
No. Hey, high school rules a little different as far as mercy rules than it is for your junior high.
Mm-hmm.
Junior high, they started it as soon as you got up 35. Because the officials wanted to go home most of the time. Here, they pretty much play it by the rules and wheel route, can't pick it off.
Oh, he jumped it. He had it too.
That wasn't very. He's sitting there looking at it, and he lay.
I tell you what, we got a whole new defense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that there's a number out there that we've seen all night.
Yeah, that was Damon Bridges on the coverage on that play. You got working off a corner here is Keywan Collins, another sophomore. Set the screen up. I'm surprised they don't run this play more, guys.
I know.
Yeah, it was Stewart.
That's what I thought we were going to see all night was those screen passes.
Good job by the Southside defense reacting on that.
But it's kind of bad though when you throw screen passes against your second unit.
Right.
There's Andrew Clark over there making the play for Southside. But yeah, that to me would be a weapon with Stewart, you would think.
Yeah.
Or even with Bjork.
They've got a 4-receiver formation. I don't think I've seen that tonight. And he's got a chance to throw the ball deep down the field. He's got an open receiver, and good comeback there by Southside with the chance to make the interception was Keywan Collins. Guys, if there's any question, though, about the arm of the Little Rock Central 9th grader, Bryson Kennedy, I think he's answered that.
Yeah, I think he can get that ball out there just fine.
We'll be down to 5 minutes to go here. Southside going to win this ball game tonight. It's 35-zip. Going to go to 2-0 on the season. Second down, 2nd and 10. Going to run the ball with Stewart, and
good job.
Defense playing tough, guys.
They want that shutout.
That gum right. I think they wanted it against Northside a couple weeks ago too, and just had one little momentary lapse.
Well, that was Josh Chung over there making the play for the defense, trying to get some playing time in here. I like that. You know, Frank Broyles, we bring him up a lot here, but that was always his philosophy, wasn't it, Coach Pogue, was to put your best players on defense.
Well, that's a lot of excuse me, that's a lot of coaches' philosophy. Put your best players on defense.
We're going to go fourth down here. This would be a nice stop here by the second team defense if they can get it. We're down to 3:59 to go in the ball game. Southside leads 35-zip. Kennedy wants to throw here. Look, put some pressure on. Look at that. They're coming up. That's Chung coming over there. He's nice pitch and catch, guys.
But they used to talk about Darryl Roy used to say there's two things when you run the ball. Okay, they might stop you, gain whatever, but when you throw the ball, it could be intercepted. It could be.
Oh yeah.
There's too many bad things can happen to you when you throw the.
What is it that I think as Lou Holt said is like when you throw the ball, 2 out of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Only 3 options. 2 of the 3 are bad.
Good job by the Southside defense. Will get him down there. That's Sam Nelligan making the play for Southside. Check in big old number 96. Connor Copeland going to check in the ball game. I like what I saw from Josh Chung, guys. You see him come across that field and almost get Kennedy.
Yeah.
Never gave up.
In fact, he was moving pretty good on the play.
Yeah, Josh is a senior, and
well, there's a nice defensive play.
That's a good hit.
Gang tackling.
Why?
They're still excited about them first downs, Keith.
Coach, I like that play, though, where they were going to do a hitch and go, it looked like, and he didn't bite. He's got time to throw the ball, get some pressure, and they're going to get him. That big old 69. That was Daniel Wynn over there.
Yeah.
Making that big play. Yeah, I'll tell you, there's not been much of a drop-off on the defensive line.
Yeah, I hope my daughter's still listening because she said we're going to have a tough time with these guys tonight because they're 5-star quarterback.
I'll set that up to B. York, and he's going to make a nice run, get a hit down to about the 30-yard line. And we got a continuous clock going here down to 1:46 to go in the ball game. Southside going to win this ball game. Ahead right now 35-zip. Just an efficient effort, especially in the first half for the Mavs. And I think, guys, when they had to turn it on there at the end, they did to get that mercy rule going.
Yeah.
Kennedy going to roll out to his right. Come around trying to put a little pressure on. Going to throw the ball, going to be complete and hit out of bounds. I'll tell you, this group here is doing some hitting.
They are.
That was Damon Bridges over there making the play for the Southside defense.
Never underestimate the value of fresh legs.
Well,
late in the game.
Listen, they're wanting playing time. So
that's it.
You know, if when you go back and look at the film and you look at effort, that's big.
Well, I look at Josh Chung right off the bat.
There's going to be a wheel route, and he's wide open.
Be a touchdown.
Are they supposed to stop the clock right now, Coach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was C.J. White on the touchdown. A good rollout. You know, the thing about that is, Coach, you got to see your defense in there, and I'll tell you, they had to Little Rock Central had to work hard just to get those points.
Right. And Southside just playing coverage, and you know, they were able to find the open man. They didn't. They just sent most of the time 3 people, and when that quarterback has that much time to find an open man.
Terrell, I want to say this too: is this Southside team. I mean, we've had 2 ball games: Northside, Little Rock Central, and when was the last time you've seen the Southside defense only give up 7 points average in 2 ball games? Got to be pleased with that.
I don't know if it's ever happened in my lifetime, Keith.
I remember a good defense. I know Coach Pogue will when we had Simon and Chase Presley. Did you coach those kids as 9th graders?
Yeah.
That's job security right there.
I remember Simon moved in. Him and Chase both moved in on that team when they were 9th graders. We went from being this average to really good.
That name Simon though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a football name.
That's
pretty impressive.
Football name. Then he had a little sister named Catherine, and she played basketball and volleyball and stuff, and ran track, and They were good athletes.
That
Where are
team
you
also
taking this onside?
Yeah. And that team also had Derek Moore on it.
Yep.
Derek was a good ball player.
He was a year younger. He was an 8th grader when they were 9th.
In fact, when they graduated, we were kind of hurting at quarterback. We were inexperienced at quarterback. Could have won state that year, but then we won it the next year when Derek was a senior. Yeah. Going to kick it away here. That's Vinthong on the return. That's a nice return. We got another helmet on the field. I think one thing Little Rock Central is going to do is talk to the equipment manager about see if we can do something to.
Need to air those things up.
Uh-oh, we've got a Maverick down on the field.
That's not what you want to happen on the just.
Well, especially after the whistle.
Yeah, they're raising that leg up like it may be a cramp. Yeah. Shame we've had all this really nice weather, then all once we get this hot weather back.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Just hope it's gone by next week.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Going to stretch him out here. Good effort for the Mavs tonight.
Did you hear that, Coach Pope?
No.
If you need to call your ride right now, so they're here waiting to pick you up.
Well, I've got a long walk.
Well, I'm pretty happy right now because they got the police lights on where we're parked at.
Yeah.
I just hope they're not over there by the car. It's been a fun night, guys. Love calling a ball game here. It's fun coming to Quigley Stadium. It's a very historic place, and they used to have the ball games Little Rock Hall and Little Rock Central used to play on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
They've got Michael Nolovaka in at quarterback. Here's a handoff. That's Aiden Wynn on the run. Gets up across the 35, and that may be your last play of the ball game. Let's see if they want to run another one here. We're down to 23 seconds.
I'd run him one more play. They're going to end it there.
Yeah, that's going to be your ball game. Gentlemen, a big victory for the Southside Mavericks tonight. They're going to win this ball game 35-7 and pretty much took it from the start. Got that big lead build up, won the ball game, and got to be pleased if you're Southside.
Well, I think they expected it to win. I mean, they're even though Central had gained some players and stuff, but I just think that Southside's playing with a lot of confidence, and hopefully it'll carry them throughout the season,
Okay, gentlemen, we're going to name our collision of the ball game tonight. I think you guys had an idea what you want to do. I want to throw out a collision that I like, but I think we had another one that y'all really want. I really like the play that Ethan Dunn made on 4th down where he took out the running back and then took out the quarterback on the same play. But there was another play in the ball game, which I think is the one that we need to call. It was early in the ball game that Southside made. You had the two big linemen getting there making the collision of the game.
Well, it was a double pounder for sure. I think it was who was it? Morales opening it up, and then Sherrod getting in there.
It was Safer that opened it up, and it was Sherrod that got in there.
Sherrod making the tackle. Yeah, I was kind of torn. I liked Ethan Dunn down on the goal line. There was one hit I think he made on Stewart.
Right here.
Yeah, he made a hit on Stewart that I was like, man, I guarantee you his cage is rattled right now. But I got to agree with you guys on I think that defensive line, the way they played, they got to be at least called out on the collision of the game. So.
And I know one person that's really happy about the pick that you two guys made is Coach Dameron, that he's not actually the pick of the game this week.
He's not picking.
But, gentlemen, as far as standouts tonight, obviously I thought the D-line played great tonight. I thought Forsgren had a solid ball game tonight. If you're going to look back, he didn't miss very many passes tonight. Played a good ball game. Got some good running from the running backs, Warren. I think Vinthong did some good running. Defensively, like I said, Malachi Warren, I love the way he comes off that outside with that speed. He's going to make some turnovers happen off the backside.
Well,
Layden Rowe, too.
Like I said earlier, if you get Ethan Dunn going downhill where he's you put him on some kind of stunt, he's going to hit you. I know that.
Yes, sir. And when he does, you're gonna know it.
And another thing that Ethan does, I like the way he pursues down the line. You know,
Side to
because
side.
he chased a couple of their ball carriers, got them from behind. And you know, you were talking about him being faster. He's always been pretty fast.
He has been.
And so
he's outrunning those guys. He's catching them from behind now. And, you know, we saw the same thing out of Malachi Warren on the defensive side of the football, too. So
Yeah, Max Perez made 2 or 3 nice plays. You know, we kind of forget him in the shuffle sometimes, but he had a good ball game. Gentlemen, final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Well, again, I thought special teams played pretty much lights out. Like, really, the only mishap we had on special teams was a missed field goal. And to me, that it's just a big key. Y'all like to talk a lot about Frank Broyles. I've always heard Jerry Jones talking about how Frank Broyles always made them spend a third of their practice time on special teams, and you know, I think it can make the whole team look good. When we think about the best starting field position for Little Rock for most of the evening being right around the 20-yard line, I mean, how big is that in this contest?
Exactly.
Where their strength is a running game, and they never really could get it going. And every time they tried to get it going, they'd get a dadgum penalty on them. So I think special teams, you know, I'm gonna give props there every chance I get when they're playing the way they're playing right now. And you know, other than that, I would say the defense has been fantastic, and obviously the offense has been producing very well as I think we would really expect them to be.
I just think it was pretty much a complete game, particularly in the first half. There's a couple times in there where they got stopped on 4th down around the goal line where they could have put the game out of reach, and you know, a couple of plays where maybe a running back didn't hit their fit or lineman to miss their block or whatever you may be. I think they could have done a little bit better job of cleaning that stuff up, but all in all, a win's a win, and
Yep, good ball, baby.
Go Mavericks, and we'll do it again next week.
Exactly. Next week we'll travel to Little Rock Southwest, 7 o'clock next Friday night, and the second game of the trifecta of the fun trips we get to make. But, gentlemen, great job tonight. Appreciate the commentary and all the good points you guys are making tonight. And, again, next week, Southside. Oh, and Coach Poe, we wish you good luck tomorrow as you bring home the trophy for the golf tournament.
Well, I'm not playing tomorrow.
Oh man.
I decided not to, that I'm going to play next week.
You're a sportsman.
But I appreciate that. But anyway.
Does that mean you're staying down here this week?
No. I'm going back home.
But, guys, it was a good ball game tonight for the Mavs. Jumped out early, got the big lead, and they win the ball game tonight 35-7. Again, we'll be on the road again next week as we travel to Little Rock Southwest. Game will be at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air about 6:30. Hope everybody will tune in. Everybody have a great weekend, and go Mavs!